And we're live. Welcome, everybody. Episode 3 of Burning Benjis.
Some unicorns.
Little unicorn night.
That's good.
Smoking on a Peter budget tonight.
Guys, we need to be smoking this cigar with our pinkies up.
This might be the least fanciest out of the 3 we've smoked so far, though. I feel like a Dunbarton, Davidoff, and then that Plasencia Ometepe. Those were a little fancier. Then you get a badass
with
unicorn.
the dildo.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really thinking of it that way, but yeah, the dildo. The dildo.
I had a hit for mine, man. Midnight Cigars hooked me up with mine, man. So thank you, Eric, if you're watching, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
First time smoking.
And Tony Lorenko sent me mine. So thank you, Tony, if you're watching. Not a cheap date.
Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Kenny for hooking me up with mine. Appreciate you, bro.
And Tony sent me this one too. Tony sent me this one too.
Did he? You know what, guys? Nice. Shout out to me for working my ass into the ground to be able to afford to fucking buy this the old-fashioned way.
Hell yeah.
The old-fashioned way.
Cheers to you, Sal.
Mine was sent in by Johnny OCD, so thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Who else is smoking this?
Is there fire cured in here? Is there any fire cured in here? Or air cured tobacco? Any cured tobacco?
I don't believe
kind of gives that off, right? Until you light it.
It does.
The only description that I have found is that it's a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper with Nicaraguan fillers and binder. That's all I could find.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, when you light it though, that's pleasant.
It does have that like barbecue-iness, smokiness. You guys getting that? Like a little charred meat thing going?
Mm-hmm. Especially off the cold draw, man. It certainly tasted like fire cured or air cured or some sort of weird curing.
Yeah. What's up, Felipe? Hope you're having fun at that birthday party, buddy. Couldn't be with us. He had a kid's birthday party in the morning, and then he had an adult's birthday party at night. Ugh.
Yeah.
Horrible, dude. Sounds horrible.
So he's been drinking all day.
Hopefully.
That's what that means.
It's the only way to get through some of those things.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so if you're in the chat and you're smoking a unicorn with us, let us know. We want to know what you guys are smoking otherwise, what you guys are drinking. It is Burning Benji, so I brought out some bourbon today. I got some 1792 12-year. Anyone else drinking anything good on the panel?
Not me.
There it is. How
I might just look at it.
I love this thing is still wrapped. This is a fresh bottle. It's a fresh pop. Little neck pour there. We'll see how it goes. I've had this before, though. It's pretty good.
Neck pour.
Yeah. Let's see. So it's pretty.
He does have the bee rabbit vibe.
Well, guys, this is fun. It's so nice to be with you all. Thank you for having me.
Episode 3, man.
Yeah. But we have a great panel here. Look at this.
You sound much better.
I am not actually worse.
Really?
I have a fever and a sore throat. Yeah.
Traditionally, you stop smoking cigars and you rest if you have a prolonging illness, but you're the doctor, right?
He's a carpenter. Don't listen to him.
Well, this is a medical advice.
I'm an idiot.
If you would do this for me, gentlemen, this evening I would like to be referred to only as Dr. Hailuk Osmanoglu, the cigar psychiatrist.
I'm not going to remember any of that, man.
And
that's not going to happen, Sal.
I'm here as a proponent and an advocate to legalize cigar abortions in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and Puerto Rico.
Can we take the initials and just call you Dr. Ho, Sal? Because I could do that.
My name is very simple.
Oh,
Hailuk Osmanoglu. What's so difficult
Yeah, so
about that?
H-O. Dr.
But the
Ho.
point
All
is,
right.
guys,
I
any
just have-
cigar that is terrible, that sucks, that you don't like, abort it immediately. That's my whole point. That's what I'm here to advocate for. Only smoke good cigars.
And hopefully this is one of them.
On that.
Carry on.
Yeah.
I know, Greg, us East Coasters have to suffer to hang out with these West Coast guys, but you know, it's the price you pay.
You got to have the best time. All right.
Relax,
Sorry.
Roger. All right. Relax. Relax. Okay. You wouldn't last out here, all right, buddy? All right, you wouldn't last.
Wouldn't, dude. I got to be in bed by 9.
Yeah.
What's going on, Albert? So, gentlemen, what are you getting from the first few puffs? The puffs. Do you think it's pleasant, enjoyable? Any standing notes? Johnny, you look deep in thought.
I like it.
Hear me out.
So, no, there's no hear me out. I didn't think I would really enjoy this, but I'm really impressed, at least with mine. Like, the smoke texture of this thing is just so thick. Like, it's super impressive. It's very creamy on the palate. Lots of pepper, just residual in my nose. I like it.
Nice. Anyone else getting some flavor notes?
I'm getting
This is
like a dried fruit kind of note. And I had a little bit of that. I told you guys it smelled like paint to me, and it doesn't. Now I'm getting a little bit of like, I got it in the beginning. It was kind of weird, but I'm getting like a little bit of a dried fruit note. I'm getting 0 pepper whatsoever. But I know this one's older. Mine's old because Eric said he had a few of them. So this one's maybe like 2 years or so. Because Eric said he had them sitting around for a while, and he sent this to me like a year ago. So
yeah. The pepper's reserved on mine too, and I think that Kenny told me that he had this from the original release. So it's got to be what, 3 years old, 2 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not a little longer.
Yeah.
I'm getting something.
I can see.
Go ahead, man. Sorry.
I can see once Roger said dried fruit, I'm thinking apricot. Like that's the kind of sweetness I'm getting. It's apricot, oak. I'm getting some pepper on mine. Coming from Tony Lorenko, I'm not sure exactly how old these are, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're, fairly new within the last year or so. Not too peppery though, but like also what Johnny said, very thick smoke. It's a decadent, thick smoke texture. It's verbose and it's delicious so far.
She thick.
What were you going to say, Sal?
I'm having a little bit of a different experience here. I'm getting a lot of earth, leather, and a little bit of black pepper, and that's about it. And maybe some kind of bitter espresso. That's what I'm picking up right now.
Okay. Yeah. I'm getting it's almost like a fig kind of sweetness to it, but I am getting some leather, no pepper in mine. I have some of that coffee that you're talking about, Sal. But that fig is like really standing out, and that charred barbecue-iness kind of texture is still there. That smoked meat a little bit. So it's pretty good so far.
I can see that. Is yours yours came from Tony, so you're not sure if the age on it.
Right. Yeah. Because the last time I smoked this, I had one with 2 years of age on it. And I to be honest, I don't really remember. I S-tiered it. It was really freaking good, but I can't really remember my notes on it right now off the top of my head. But this is starting off good.
Well, this one's super fresh. The one that I got came in the mail, like a couple weeks ago. And the draw's got like that smoky campfire kind of note that you guys were mentioning. And it's got kind of a little bit of a savory funk to it. The retro is just like a really light pepper with a little bit of mustiness to it. And then the finish kind of starts out. Go ahead.
No, you go.
The finish starts out with like a lightly bitter nuttiness, but the bitterness goes away right away. And then there's like a caramely chocolate kind of sweetness thing on the end. pretty good.
Well, you guys got all the fucking good ones, man. I got the black sheep
You're
of
sick.
the unicorn family.
Yeah, you're
Right?
sick.
I got
Sick.
Burnin,
You got a
Pepper,
you're
blown out
sick,
palate.
leather, right? I want figs. I want nuts. I want cream. I want chocolate.
I got
want
some nuts
nuts.
for you. I got some nuts for you, pal.
Hey.
Dr. Homo wants some nuts. I got pepper all over the palate. I like this cigar a lot. Is there a way to tell based off the coffin when the year was? Is there a way to decode these? Anybody know?
Not that I know.
I don't know.
of, to be
I don't
honest.
even have the DTC.
I got a
sticker
hologram
mine.
on mine.
Those
Yeah,
holograms
assuming
are like
mine's
less
newer.
than a year old.
It's
Yeah.
mine fake. It's mine
Yeah.
fake, guys. Come on now. It's my AZ.
Yeah. If you have
No,
a
I like-
hologram on your box, it is definitely within the past year because that's when
Yeah.
Dunbarton started doing that. So if you don't have
Yeah.
that, it's definitely 2 years
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
This might be one of those cigars you don't want to age because it's good. I don't want to lose this pepper.
I'm enjoying it too. I like it.
I would
It's
like to
interesting
say
though,
thank-
Johnny, because mine is just about the same age as yours or within the same year, and I don't really have a whole lot of pepper.
Ah,
don't
Nick
know.
here is smoking a chubby unicorn with us. That's like the
Hey,
feral
nice.
pig size unicorn,
Nice,
a
man.
little bit smaller.
Okay.
Those are pretty cool. Has anyone smoked the other unicorns? And if so, which one? We'll start with Carpy. Which one?
The blue. That was
Mm.
nice. I think the
It's
regular blue is better though.
No.
You know,
I agree. I agree.
Fuck you,
Roger.
right? You can't let the
No.
fancy shape
No.
persuade you on focusing on the flavor.
No, no.
Was it
Listen,
magical,
don't get me
Roger?
wrong, you guys, okay? It was amazing, okay? It was perfect. The moon was out that night. It was bright out. It was great. It was great, dude. I freaking loved it, man. But again, I love the blue as well. So it was very similar to that, but I just really liked it. It was a cool experience. I wouldn't buy one again or anything, but it was really freaking good.
Yeah.
Super creamy, man. It was like hella creamy. The regular Brulee Blue, I get a little bit of harshness on the smoke for some reason. Not bad. It's just for me, it's like harsher than the regular Brulee for some reason. That blue was like, or the unicorn was like super smooth. It was weird, man. But I really liked it.
Yeah. Michael, have you had a different unicorn? Or is this the first?
I have not. This is my first one. I still have the black
Okay.
that I think. Roger, did you send me the black unicorn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll review that probably at the end of this year because it's been hanging out for now, what, a full year almost? But I did bring I did bring a little tidbit that I wanted to share with the group.
Yeah, dude.
So Steve Saka has his Dunbarton thing on Facebook, his group. I don't know if anybody's a member of that. I got added to it last year, and I just came across this from 3 days ago. He was talking about like the price increases and stuff like that in the industry, and just kind of took a moment to address it in a really long post. But when I was reading it, not to bore anybody, but there was like a context about like how I'm gratefully appreciative of the prices that you guys are willing to pay. Ha ha ha. And then also he said that, just to add some context to that, don't ever sweat the FOMO. Or our core cigars are exceptional. None of our new is better. Just a different expression, flavor profile, et cetera, et cetera. But there truly is no best, only what's best for your palate. And that's what I kind of wanted to share with everybody tonight and start it off with, because that was from Steve himself, just with all the changes going on, all the limited editions, everything like that, kind of echoing what he said on the live.
Yeah. And I think we all suffer from that, especially as reviewers too, because it's always like, what's coming out? I got to get that for the channel. I got to smoke that. A lot of guys try to get first to the review, post it so it gets the most clicks. But you're foolish if you chase everything. And I've learned that too. It's an impossible game to win.
And we still do it.
Yeah.
Knowing.
Yeah, but eventually, and as I will say this as the cigar psychiatrist, we do have to come to grips with our own honesty and our own truth. Like, yeah, we'll jump on the hype train, but then we find out, like, okay, you know what? Let's just be honest here. this is not for me. Maybe it's good for you. I don't judge you for
Right.
that. Great. If you enjoy it, I'm happy that you enjoy it, but this is not for me. Move on. And eventually we always come back to what is right for us, which, you know, is a great metaphor for life. We all have different palates.
Yeah.
We all are, you know, want the best for one another. You know, I don't know where I'm going with this, guys, but I'm now picking up like
It sounds good.
some kind
We
of
like it.
I like it.
It's almost like a bitter sawdust I'm getting now, which is interesting.
Yeah. The nice thing about having so many friends in the community, I'll say, is that if you miss something, there's a good chance that someone else scooped it up. So make a lot of friends, genuinely support people in the community. Don't just ask for cigars, but, you know, once you see someone that has something that you want, you haven't had, hey, you want to swap some sticks? Like last week I had Life Through My Lens, Tony from IG. He didn't get his hand on any Dondermas, and he didn't even ask for them. He was like, when are they releasing again? And, you know, I've known Tony for about a year now. Super cool dude. And I was like, dude, just give me your address. I'll send them to you. And I shot him over 2 Dondermas, 2 Golden Childs, didn't ask for anything back. And then next week in my mailbox, boom, he sent me like a dozen cigars and a thank you note. Like, that's really freaking cool. So it's stuff like that, you know.
That's
don't worry
karma.
about don't worry about catching all the cigars. You know, we're always looking for stuff, and someone probably has it, and there'll be a chance for you to swap or, you know, at least get a crack at it.
It's a good plug for the Discord.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
I'm
trading
just
going
saying.
on. There's a lot of trading going on in the Discord.
Is there going to be a trading tab, or is there one already, and I just haven't seen it?
No, there isn't one, but, you know, maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It should be.
There you
Should
go.
be.
Yeah.
All right.
So
well,
I got 2 questions.
My
Cigar.
contribution, y'all welcome.
And don't make fun of me because I'm not really familiar with Dunbarton.
it's going to be
So
hard.
all these unicorns are based off of a blend, right? So what is the Moisture de Saka? Is that a blend line? Like I can go out and buy a Moisture de Saka that's not a unicorn?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's its own line. Like there are many Moisture de Sakas. Like he's got a bunch of cigars under that moniker.
But
So
Micarita and
it's
Sin
separate.
Compromiso are not. Those are
all the
different blends.
Moistras? Are all the Moistras different blends?
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay.
All of them. There's
They're
probably
blended,
next
I believe,
question is-
for each Vitola.
yeah.
Why is this one 100? Is this
'Cause
the best of the best leads?
Because of the
or, like,
shape.
what makes it 100?
Higher primings, and the shape and the box.
I believe Saka also said he sorts the wrappers, and his best wrappers for the Moisture line gets used on the Unicorn.
Are they all Connecticut broadleaf wrappers with just, you know, different blend of fillers and binders and whatnot?
It's a good question. I think they're all different blends completely. Because you got like Nakatamale, Unstolen Valor, Bewitched. Like I'm pretty sure they're all different blends. I don't know if they all share a wrapper leaf, but I know they're all very unique.
The Krakatoa was I think the first one I tried.
Which I
I've heard
believe is
mixed
the
reviews
most
on
There is
the
no
Krakatoa.
blend. There is no blend that is close to what we're smoking right now. Like if I was to get a Flying Feral Pig or a T52 Pig or whatever, it's T52. Like if I wanted to experience this in a more budget-friendly environment, is there Moisture de Saka that I need to get?
Not for this one, right?
No.
I might be wrong, but I think this one is blended off Unstolen Valor. I'm not 100% sure. It's not, Mike? No?
No, the U-boat and the Unstolen Valor.
Yeah, those are.
Okay. So then this would be a
This thing
solo
is
project.
fucking good.
Yeah, this one was great. I know, like the black unicorn, for example, Johnny. Like you can get the SakaCon, and that's supposed to be based off that, I guess. But Peter likes the regular one over the unicorn, so it's like.
So the black one's a Micarita.
Yep.
The blue one's a Brulee.
Yep.
Okay.
And
But
this is
Brulee
its own
Blue.
thing. Correct.
Okay.
And I've had all three, and for me, this is the best one. The blue
This is-
comes in second. And the black is my favorite Dunbarton blend. Saka Khan. Papa Saka's okay, but Saka Khan for sure. And the unicorn was just smoke.
I'll take a Papa Saka over the unicorn.
Mm.
And the Saka Khan's the best, then Papa Saka, then the unicorn, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very good so far, though. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Great.
Yeah,
It's very
Mine is
good.
Picking up a little essence of that kind of dark fruit sweetness a little bit. But it's still predominantly, earth and leather and, that kind of
Leather.
crap.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm not really
The filler notes.
And Paul is burning his nostrils here. Matt, didn't you just review a cigar that burnt your nostrils off?
Was that the Pappy? Oh no. The Pappy was just awful, just all around awful. The HVC, the Ometepe that the Carpy sent me. Motherfucker.
That was
You
exactly
fucking
my
guy.
Smooches.
That's
You
not the Black
fucking-
Friday
you-
24, right?
No, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And it has Ometepe in it.
It's
Man.
It ended up being a good cigar, but the start of it, holy shit. Like, because you know how, like, with all the My Father cigars, the first inch is always just like, holy crap, that's hot pepper. Just blast.
Yeah.
It was that times two with this HVC.
Nice.
Insane.
But then it was like really good. I thought like the middle
the
section
first
of the
third-
cigar was super good.
At the end of the first third and the beginning of the second third was delicious.
Yeah.
Mm.
It'll probably age well.
Random debate questions.
Fire away.
Depends
I
on
think
the
this
topic.
would pair nicely with like hydrogen peroxide. What do you
That's
think?
weird,
Mike?
Sal. That's weird.
Room temperature. Yeah.
It's burning great though. All the unicorns I've had have burned like really good. Come on. Super nice. Ash is nice.
Hey, nice.
They should for $100
They
bucks,
better.
right?
Pretty much non-existent now for me. Just fine.
This
All
is
the other
a-
stuff's starting to develop. I've got like this chalky tangerine, like on the palate, and then I'm getting like this super sweet, like apricot through the nose. This is a great cigar.
How come with all these burning Benjis, fucking Johnny always has the best possible experience of all time?
I'll tell you
it's
why.
Fucking bullshit.
I'll tell you why. Because this show is his dumb
wait to hear
idea,
this.
and he wants
my
us to keep
idea.
doing this.
He wants it to work. He wants
just
it to work.
He just wants us to do this forever.
I'm with you, Johnny. I'm with you, bro.
Thank you.
All right.
It's,
For next
it's a
month-
good cigar.
It's good so far, but for next month we're gonna have the Opus Society. We got that on deck, and then supposedly we'll be thanks to Carpy for sending those out
Thanks
to
to
a few
Carp,
of us. Huh?
man.
Thank you, Carpenter.
What a
Thank you,
what a
bro.
guy! But we plan on finishing the series in January with the Behike. So
Thank God.
we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen after that. Maybe $50 cigars, broaden the spectrum, make it a little more accessible, a lot more cigars to choose from. We'll see.
But they don't sound as good.
Burning bungholes. Just smoke like $2 in sub, like $2 and below.
That wouldn't be a bad
Shit-ass
one. Find
bundle
like cheap
cigars.
sticks that are good.
Ron Mexico,
Hey.
baby.
Ron Mexico.
You'd have to trudge through a lot of shit to find good ones, though.
They exist. Don't you think though, with the unbanned packs through Tip Top, you're I mean, I'm not trying to like ruin anything, but I mean, you're almost guaranteed a $50 stick in that pack anyway.
Shit. Oh, Sal, what the hell?
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's a mere fascination.
You're already
Really?
getting
That money-
$50 cigars every week.
You give
Or at least
Carvel
once a
anybody that
month.
gets that money.
Yeah, I mean, all of the packs so far have definitely been over the $75 MSRP, and we've had at least one where it was like a 40+ cigar in there.
You've had more than one. You've had the Padron.
Well, no,
had-
in every pack we've had one in every.
Oh, in
pack.
every that's what I mean.
Yeah. So sign up and buy the pack because what's it? The 25th is when notifications go out for anyone who is on the waiting list. There you go.
I would add that if you're, a person who's interested in receiving, monthly packs of whatever, that is a great value because you really get beyond what you pay.
Absolutely.
And that's you guys have done a very good job there. So thank you for doing that.
And I know it sounds like a sales pitch, but it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it sound like we're fucking like doing an infomercial, but it really is worth it. Like, it really is.
Hey, Greg's doing a lot of work over there to curate them, and we're lucky he's getting some really good cigars for the pack. So he's doing all the hard work. We're just smoking it.
I'm assuming he's not making much off the packs and just hoping he gets residual business based off of. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's pretty much where he's at. Because I mean, you could look up the cigars, what they're selling for, and what you're getting. Obviously there's a markup, but he's not making a ton of money off the packs. It's basically because he likes the show. He likes to participate in the show, and hopefully he earns your business with good customer service. And Greg's been really good to all of us. So
he's
shout out to Tips.
Pragmatic business owner.
Yeah.
How long did you guys dry box yours for, if at all?
I did not. Mine stayed in this coffin in cello wrapped with everything for the last year.
I just did 2 days. The internal relative humidity was exactly at 60. And there you go.
Mm-hmm.
1 day for me. To be honest, I forgot about it. And then last night I was like, oh shit, I got to get that out.
Mm-hmm.
How did you forget about it when I said, hey, these need to dry box for 1 week, right? And you're like, yes. All right. So I dry box mine for 1 week. Wouldn't you just pull it out that day?
I got a lot of shit going on here,
got
Johnny.
Kids and shit,
Okay?
Johnny.
All right. Not all of
It's
us
not
could just,
poker and women.
which girl's texting me today?
Living
What
the
time
life.
is the tournament? Like,
Okay.
buying 12 boxes of Davidoffs every day. Take it easy.
Gentlemen, let's try and express our emotions with kindness and empathy. Let us not get angry.
That was kindness. You should hear I normally talk to Johnny. It's unbelievable.
I'm not a very empathetic person.
Yeah. Speaking of Atabay Blast, how many have you smoked out of your fresh box there, Johnny?
Just one.
Just one?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They need a smidge amount of time. Just they're a little wet. That's all. It's fantastic.
Good.
I think you should rip through the whole fucking box in like 2 days.
No. That box though smells amazing. You can just smell the Peruvian Ligero in the box. It's so sweet.
It's a beautiful box.
It is.
You got to do like 12 days of Atabay Blacks for the holidays.
Yeah.
Just rip through them.
Selected tobacco month, all of December.
I could do that. I have a bunch of selected tobacco.
The advent calendar of selected.
I got you, Peter. I got you an Alfonso and a Tubo, so you get a nice little Tubo too.
Ooh, thanks,
so you can
buddy.
put other shit in it.
Yeah. Or up it, right? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, are you smoking with us? Are you having a unicorn, man? Might have missed something. I know Nick's smoking with us here. He's not getting any of that sweetness. Ooh, a little Joseph Magnum cigar blend. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little
Nice.
bit, but thus far it's a pretty linear cigar for me. I'm entering the second, third. First third was pretty much the same thing. Into the second third, I mean, I started to pick up a little bit sweetness. I was hoping for it to develop a little bit more, but it feels like it's starting to pull back.
I feel like at the end of the first third, more of the stone fruit that we got is now turning into more of that raisin plum kind of flavor. That's what I'm picking up the most.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit more earth now. It's it's like borderlining a little mineral, but not a lot. Like it's definitely a more earthy tone. That char is still there, but I could see that like a plum note now too. So pretty good transition.
My espresso is gone, and that's turned into like a bitter, some type of bitter wood. Like to me, it's like wood chips, like a bitter mulch. Glad I paid $100 for this thing, man.
What are you gonna do?
What
are you gonna do? What do you guys think? DTT is producing some of the best cigars in the industry right now.
Nope. You like broadleaf a lot. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Doing a good job with broadleaf.
I mean, I don't smoke a bunch of Dunbarton, but no, I don't think they're the best in the industry.
I do. I love Dunbarton. I think he makes excellent cigars, and I think he makes very good cigars, and I think he makes good cigars, and I think he makes some pretty good cigars.
I'm not arguing he doesn't make exceptionally good cigars, like including this one and that the Sin Compromiso. That's the one that has a little bit of extra in it or whatever. I can't remember that one. That's a fantastic cigar. But there's some Dunbartons that I'm just like, whatever. But selected tobacco, what is there, like one blend that is okay, where all the rest are pretty damn good, Like as far as a ratio of putting out bangers to non-bangers.
I saw that that one Byron that AZ was having today, the 1850. That's a very mediocre $50 cigar. That would be probably like, out of all that I've had from Selected, that would probably be my, like, I don't need to go back to that one.
And I bought
everything else. Yes.
Yeah. And I bought 2 of the sample packs. Use the Rutherford code, so thank you. I bought 2 of the sample packs, and after I see AZ's post, I'm like, fuck. So
yeah.
And they're not
Dunbarton. The Dunbarton produces, like, if you're a cigar nerd, they're great. Like, because he uses a lot of broadleaf. If you like broadleaf, then he uses freaking Wisconsin Comstock. Where have you heard that before? That's in the Don Derma. He uses some pretty exotic tobaccos at times. Like, am I a fanboy? No, but do I acknowledge that he makes phenomenal cigars? Absolutely. He makes some great shit. I love the Red Meat Lovers. That cigar is probably at the top of my head. When I think about a delicious Connecticut broadleaf, that comes to mind first. The Red Meat Lovers.
That is a good cigar.
Yeah.
Weird. I like that cigar too, but I've smoked it at times where it tasted just like dirt.
I've had 2 that have been like that.
If you had to pick which company puts out the best cigars, New World, I guess we have to keep it in that realm. What would it be? Would Dunbarton be that company? I think that's like the question, right? Like,
yeah. And I think your answer is
much better than a lot of other people. You know what I mean? Like leaps and bounds better than some other people make cigars, for sure.
I think that if Selected had more stuff in the lower end price point, you could make the argument that Selected over Dunbarton. But I think that with the vast price points that are offered by Dunbarton for everybody, there's something in there. Like, it's hard to really beat it.
Well, but I know this is going to be very unpopular, but I think Fuente has, although an enormous line of cigars, you have a great quality smoke, a lot of cigars at price points that are very achievable, a great smoking experience, and then you can kind of go up the ladder with them. That's hard to beat, man. That's hard to touch.
I guess my only drawback I feel like with Fuente is the experienced cigar smoker going to have the same appreciation for them now as they did 20 years ago, like Padron.
Yeah. Well, and there's another one, Padron. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are hard to beat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're still the number one sellers in.
We can compare a Dunbarton to a Padron or a Fuente or even a Davidoff, sort of, but not really. But to compare them to like Selected Tobacco, I think is kind of fair, even though the price points are very different. And I would definitely skew to Selected Tobacco, just for me.
I mean, I think we've named, basically 4 companies, right? Padron, Dunbarton, Fuente, and Selected Tobaccos, and I think they all do something different, and they all do it very well. So that's why I like this. The best in the industry is really hard because it depends on what you're going for. I mean, all of them. I can say out of all of those companies, I've had the most construction issues with Dunbarton. So they're not the best in that.
That's a great point too, because like if you imagine if Dunbarton was moving the amount that Fuente and Padron did at scale,
it would fall apart.
How would we feel about it? Because at scale, right, there's no comparison. Like Fuente and Padron are just moving way more cigars.
Yeah. Oh, and then it's all in-house.
Yeah.
They manufacture in-house. Saka has, he outsources and goes to different companies.
Goya and stuff like that. He's got different factories making sticks. Yeah, Noxa. So yeah.
But, to his, respect to him, he will only make a certain amount of cigars. He understands that. I can do this many cigars really good. If it goes past that, then it gets a little wonky. So I'm going to stick
Yeah. The man has standards. Saka definitely is not chasing the dollar. He understands the long-term play. If, stuff's not ready to be released, he'll hold it back. And he's done that with, shop exclusives, regular production stuff. And he's even said it in his posts, like, you're not getting any more bronze backs until like the end of the year. He'll just flat out tell people, like, I can't make them fast enough. I'm not going to rush the process. You're going to get the bronze back when it's ready. And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very transparent.
Mm-hmm. And I think I know Fuente has that same mindset. We never rush the hands of time is their, moniker or whatever you want to call that. But, it's true. Like, you put cigars out when they're ready, not when the demand is there and you're rushing production just to meet the demand. Then, then who ends up suffering? And, in the long term, it's the consumer. It's us, right? And we don't need to mention that brand again, but they are really fucking screwing us right now.
Yeah. They're screwing themselves. They're screwing themselves.
Smoking their cigars right now is sort of like, smoking the decomposed carcass of an Aboriginal wallaby marinated in melted skin.
It's different than domestic.
The psychiatrist, Dr. Ho strikes again.
And they have nice hats, though. You could wear a hat and smoke the decomposed carcass of the Aboriginal wombat or wallaby.
Speaking of nice hat, since you brought it up, Sal, look what Innocent sent me, huh?
Awesome.
You lucky Blumpkin.
Yeah,
you lucky Blump.
He knows I'm a Bruins fan. He got me the black and gold. I didn't even ask for this.
That's
it just showed up. But then he messaged me,
sick.
when are you going to do my show? And I was like, fuck, I guess I got to do your show now. So don't blow Inno off anymore.
Inno's such a cool guy. For sure.
He sent me this one. Yep. He sent me an Eagles colorway too. Green and white. It's like a cream. It's nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Dope, Sal. Love it. Yeah,
say, Roger?
Must be nice.
Good, man.
Oh, I smoked the Wagashi a few days ago. It was freaking good, man. It was really, really good. I don't know. I've never.
Is that from the original batch?
I don't think so, because I got one. I got some from Neptune a few like weeks ago, and I just barely smoked one, and it was really freaking good, man. So
I wonder if Saka, like hearing feedback, I wonder if he's like tweaked the blend. You know what I'm saying?
I've never disliked it too much. The final third was always bad. This one was really good all the way through. It didn't get bitter on me. Didn't get that funky taste that I gotten on the last ones. Really enjoyed it.
Grab some booze. Be right back.
Yeah, I think with the Wagashi, everyone was just expecting something blue-esque. And when it came out and it was just a Connecticut, I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then I think as people kind of forgot about that and then revisited the cigar for like what it is, they're like, oh, this is a pretty good Connecticut. So I think that's what came into play, because I was really thinking it's going to be a long, like sweetened, kind of have that, just that nice blue flavor throughout. And it had none of that when we all smoked it for the first time. So could be part of it.
Super creamy, dude. And I swear when I cut it, when I licked it, I could have sworn it tasted like it had a little bit of a sweetness to it. I was like, did this dude put like the sweetness on this shit? I was like, what the hell? It was so weird.
think the wrapper is a little bit sweet. I don't think it's because I bought a box of the original batch, you know, and I ended up doing it in my shootout. And I think in my brulee shootout, I like licked the thing and I'm like, nope, this one isn't, you know, this individual. I don't know if he plays with it.
Yeah.
How'd you lick it?
I have a theory.
Just kind of get it like from the base all the way to the head.
Yeah.
Kind of go up onto it.
That's nice. Good technique, bro.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay to express your feelings and sexuality and whatnot. But
Whoa, who's getting sexual here, man? We're just looking at cigars.
the shape of a cigar, and then okay. I think he sweetens some of the tips and some of them he doesn't, and I think it's, I don't know, to me, because sometimes I'm like, it's not sweetened, sometimes it's definitely sweetened, is my experience. And I don't know why, if it's just to fuck with you, or is it to get around this new, regulation coming into law that you can't sell
Flavored
cigar, blah, 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 whatever. Could be that too.
Yeah.
Or,
What do you think? What do you guys think about the prospect of a Connecticut Donderma?
I like it, dude. That'd be dope.
How do you
Sounds
think that would
good.
go?
Ice cream with the waffle cone?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I think you're almost describing a better version of the S84 by Drew Estate.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't take much for it to be a better cigar than that.
I don't
It's
think
not terrible.
It's not a bad
It's not-
cigar.
Yeah.
But at the same
as far
time,
as Connecticut's,
it's kind of a dark cigar
there's
with
a lot
a
of
shade wrapper.
No, good point. Good point. Because I think that one has like a MSA binder on it.
Nice little good.
I think also Maduro on the filler with the S84.
I'd like to see Don Derma with like an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, huh?
Yeah.
That
I wonder if I can make one in my basement. Cut off the wrappers and then just fucking lick one together,
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
You could do it. I got enough.
Use Albert's glue.
I'm almost out. That stuff's so good. Johnny's chugging is over there. Did you see him repair that or the Placencia dragon or
The rabbit.
Rabbit.
The rabbit.
Yeah.
Bro, best free
Surprised at
cigar
that cigar.
ever.
What happened to that rabbit, dude? Someone step on that thing?
I mean,
It's
they're
a rabbit.
They're
They're brittle as fuck.
They're super brittle. If you walk into like most lounges and look at them, they're all like cracked and shit. So it was the last one he had, and he's like, "You want it?" He's like, "I don't think you can smoke it." He's like, "But if you want to just have it, to store it," because I told him I'm like, trying to collect all the Placencia Zodiacs. I was like, "Yeah, sure." I just smoked the thing.
So what I'm hearing here, guys, is that through the brilliance of Albert and his talent for making cigar glue, it has enabled us with the opportunity to go to local B&Ms and find cigars that are fucked up that they'll give away for free, and we can use Albert's cigar glue to fix them and smoke a $50 cigar for nothing. Thank you, Al.
Or we can
why you're the doctor.
I mean, go to the lounge and crack a bunch of cigars and be like, "What do you want for these?"
Nice.
I appreciate Skinny's comment here.
Yeah, thanks, Skinny. Appreciate
OCD
it, bro.
looking like if Tony Hawk didn't make it.
What does that even mean?
Who knows? Who cares, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
Trying to
Michael,
say I'm a bum?
You're a V-cut guy, right? So that Saka
Mike
cutter
loves his V-cut.
wouldn't do you
I
any
do.
good.
No, sock cutter. That's why I held up my cutter, because I was just like, this is the one that I use. I use it on every single cigar, and just how I roll. Always
I
been a
love the
V-cut guy.
V2.
I go with the
Oh,
Angle.
cut. Oh, never mind. No, I don't V
Cuban cut.
But back to the cigar, guys, that we're smoking.
Mhm.
Mine is kind of settling in now, and I'm enjoying it a little bit more. Still getting some of the other notes that I discussed earlier, but there's I'm picking up a little bit of some type of florality, like a more of a grassy type of florality. Oddly enough, a little bit of breadiness maybe is creeping in. And I don't know if it's like a chocolate sweetness or a caramel sweetness, something in that realm is now entering into the stage of the cigar where I'm at, which is a little bit past the halfway mark. So it is becoming more enjoyable to me. It's warmed up,
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
And on this note, the infamous guys are always welcome on the show, of course. And nice plug for Cigars Daily. Tomorrow, we're doing our Terrence episode of Cigars Unbanded.
Mm.
DJ never comes. We've invited him like a bunch of times.
He is a fucking great guy, man. I love him.
But he
Congrats
never
on the
makes it.
10K. 10K,
Yeah.
man. Big milestone. He's doing a
Oh, yeah.
giveaway,
Tim
too.
would be dope, dude. On a Burnin Benji's, imagine.
He said he's going to do a regular guest episode on Unbanded, so that'll be fun when we can schedule that.
So this cigar, it's kind of weird on the draw right now. I'm getting like a kind of a charred wood and a note that like reminds me of varnish or something, but it's kind of nice. I don't know how it's combining to be good, but it is. Sounds gross.
Varnish is a good call, dude.
Do you think it could be like essences from the varnish that's on the coffin?
I mean, maybe, but it's not unpleasant, which
No.
sounds weird.
I don't think so, because it's lined pretty well with some cedar, dude. I don't know if maybe
Yeah.
the newer ones are different.
When I opened mine, it's last night it smelled like that. I'm like, dang, dude, this smells like paint or varnish. Like, now that you said varnish, it makes sense. But then today when I smelled it after we're dry boxing it, right before I took it out, it had gone away. But when I lit it, I kind of got that little taste. It's gone now, but
I know the piano cases they come in are like really nicely lacquered. I have 2 of them, but they didn't smell like other lacquered boxes that I've had before. So nothing like those Room 101s a few years ago. The
Daruma.
Oh, dude,
For the Oliva 135s. Oof.
I had to throw those boxes away immediately. They smelled terrible. Terrible. But Buzz, I did see this Kirby Allison. Yeah, he's got a whole section on his website where he's got like really high-end old DuPonts and Dunhills that he's like restoring and selling, like really nice old school fancy lighters. So if you're a nerd about that, he's definitely got some cool stuff over there.
He's also an official, like, verified DuPont sales place too, right?
Yeah.
Because he was just selling the regular DuPonts out of his site too.
Yeah.
If you guys smell the inside of the coffin, it's very reminiscent of like an old sock closet or a sock drawer.
Like a cedar drawer?
Kind of, but it's got a this funkiness to it that's almost putrid.
Mine
know.
smells amazing.
I didn't sniff my coffin.
Yeah, mine reminds me of a sock drawer, and but from like an antique piece of furniture that's kind of gone through some kind of oxidation and mustiness is set into it, and cedar, and you're getting a combination of these things that remind me of like grandma.
Speaking of knockoff DuPonts, that company Visol, I think they just released a one that looks just like the La Grande. It's got the
The
spinny
dual flame.
ignition, and then it has a button on the side where if you press that, the torch comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 2 of them. We'll see how it goes.
What's
But
the
they're not-
name?
It's
How
not
do
a
you spell it?
fake, right? It's like an homage.
No. Apparently, it's a copy of another brand's lighter from previous years.
Just like the generic version. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like VISOL.
Yeah,
Something like that?
JD just said in the comments.
Yeah,
Oh,
something
cool.
like that.
50
Beautiful
bucks.
lighters, man.
Oh.
I think Roger's got a real one, right? Don't you got a fancy boy, Roger?
Mm-hmm.
Sal,
It's not
I think
working
you
right now.
do, right?
What was that?
The DuPont lighters. I have the DuPont torches, which are great, but
Yeah, I've got a couple. Neither one of them is working right now.
Dude, when
Yeah, I
I
think
put
for the
fuel in
money,
it and I let it go,
DuPont
you could
torches are
hear it
nice.
like spraying the fuel back out, dude.
Yeah,
And I don't know if
yeah,
it's supposed to screw it back in before it comes out, but something's wrong with mine.
mine too. Exactly. It's doing the
I
same
think they
thing.
have,
And then,
Same deal.
then I have
I
that.
think they have
kind of-
like rebuild kits for it.
Mhm.
yeah, my soft flame is doing that, and then this one here, whatever this is, a kind of a jet soft
Extreme or something.
It's completely fucked up. But every other lighter that I have that I paid $9 for is working perfectly.
Yeah, dude, same here, man. From the smoke shop, those things work great, dude. It's just like
The
God
best
Fucking
lighter I
jet
own
line.
damn. Yeah.
is the Top K.
With
It's like 2 for
Zippo.
14.
I
clean
love this
butane.
little
That's
guy.
it.
Nice.
LE Blue.
My LE Blue's fucking
Nice.
up.
No way. Those lighters look dope, man.
I gotta
They're nice.
click it like 10 times, and I keep using it
Can
on
you s-
videos too. So you just see me go click, 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 like an idiot.
LE Blue though, they have a warranty, right? They're pretty.
Oh,
strong.
Yeah, I gotta send it
Send
in.
it in. Send it in, Carpy. Try one of these Vissols in your in absence, right?
Mhm.
Pretty good ash there, Sal.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
beautiful.
The burn line's a little wavy, but not a big deal. The ash is holding on nicely. The cigar is progressing for me into a little bit of a better cigar. Am I really enjoying this? It's okay.
Yeah.
I would say it's just okay.
Can I
you guys-
answer Nick real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Like 2 seconds. Yes, I had the Wagashi. I thought it was good. I went into it thinking it was not going to be good based on what everybody said. It wasn't as bad as what I thought it would be, but I'm not looking for more.
Mm.
Try it again, Johnny. I don't know if they're getting better or what, dude, but I thought it was
Maybe.
freaking great.
It's pretty
The
good.
first
Yeah.
one I had, same here. I came into it thinking it was going to be horrible, and I thought it was okay. The final third was bad, dude. But this one was creamy, dude, really good all the way through. I'm going to have to pick up some more.
I would like
Keith made
to,
his. I was
just
just
real
going to
quick.
acknowledge Keith. Him and Sal both did his episode this past Thursday. It was a lot of fun. Great episode.
That was
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
That was so nice. Thank you guys again, and it was so nice to be with Keith and you guys together. That was awesome. I would like to acknowledge. I saw a comment that AZ made much earlier, saying, "I'm here for Sal," and I just want to acknowledge that.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that, and I'm here for you and all of us.
Sal's
There
not
you
here.
go.
It's Dr. Hyde.
Dr.
Hi,
Ho.
Luke. Repeat after
Ho.
me. Hi, Luke. Everyone. Hi, Luke.
Luke.
Oz Monogaloo.
What does that mean, Sal?
Doesn't mean anything.
That's my name for today. Dr. Hi Luke Oz Monogaloo.
I thought there was like a backstory.
Yeah. There is a little bit of a backstory. I'll tell you offline.
R-rated.
Thank you for the super sticker there, my cigar stash.
Nice. You guys dope, man.
Oh yeah, this is when we were talking about Matt's coffee head earlier in the show there.
Brown hats. Are making cool hats.
Make great hats.
You know, since I've been smoking my lounge a lot more recently, I have a Colibri, what's it called, Julius or something. It's a dual soft flame. I've been using that in the lounge, and it's kind of cool. It's, you know, it's not rushing it. I feel like I'm taking my time lighting the cigar, burning it nice and slow, getting the edges crispy. You know, it's a whole different kind of thing. Takes longer for sure, but I feel fancier when I do it in the lounge.
Nice.
Freaking hate soft flames.
I like to touch up with soft flames.
Really?
Yeah, I have a lot. I feel like I have way more control. If I want to get like a decent line, I can do it with a soft flame.
What? You have more
Whenever I try
control
to
with
use
the
a soft
soft flame?
I burn
Yeah,
the edge
look.
of the cigar so much. It's
You
like,
just burn the edge, and you can roll it right to where you want. It doesn't over torch it. Versus this thing, you know what I mean? Like I have to be so far away and see where it's hitting. Like I just have more control with the soft flame.
I'm just used to. I'm used to like knowing the distance where it needs to be with, you know, whatever lighter.
Well, you are certainly more skilled with cigars and lighters than I am. You know, I'm still a newbie. You know, so I'm just
and I'm outside, outside, so you know, soft flame doesn't stay still for me.
I don't like smoking outside. I just had this discussion with a buddy. Like I prefer indoor smoking all the time. I don't like it outside. I feel like it changes everything.
Depends on the filtration system inside.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah. Yes. But like where I'm at, like a lounge would suck if there's too much smoke and they don't have a good filtration system, but my shit's going up and right out. So
I just ashed all over my notes.
Newer cigar reviews, like
damn, we are newer cigar reviewers. How
who
does
would be
Mike,
a newer one?
Matt feel about us? Well, I'm an overviewer,
Matt.
so I'm fine. I'm in the clear.
Yeah,
Mike,
Matt.
Yeah, Roger's an overviewer.
Roger's in his own category.
Yeah. 101.
There are definitely an influx of a lot of reviewers, though. I feel like every time I open up YouTube, I'm getting suggested new people.
and then we get never mind.
I think you gotta. I'm a newer cigar reviewer, obviously, right? But like, I think a lot of guys are getting into it with like bad audio, bad video, and no real goal, and so
like me.
and no real taste. Yeah.
So
it just ends up being not worth watching, you know. Get your
And
fucking
a
audio
lack
figured out.
and a lack of knowledge of what they're actually smoking, you know, what the components are, how they were produced. You know, you can dive a little deeper. Not you. I mean, I think everyone here on this panel is, I mean, you guys are my favorites. You're excellent. I enjoy consuming your content. I learn from it. You know, it influences me and I appreciate it. But there are people that I just can't fucking watch anymore. I just can't, because they don't know what they're talking about. I don't want to waste the time listening to that. It's not entertaining to me. I get nothing from it other than a little bit of frustration. So I just
I feel like you just described me. But I mean,
after this, Sal's just gonna hate watch Johnny OCD for like 5 hours until he passes out.
Johnny, I fucking love you, bro. No, I'm not talking.
no,
about
I know.
Okay, so insecurities aside, Johnny, you have a great palate. You're a great guy, and you know how just when we're on the Discord, how you're describing what you're experiencing is spot on, man. I mean, there's no gray area. You know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about.
Well, isn't it true too though? Like everybody's palate is like I feel like when you watch reviewers, you want to try and find. I mean, there's definitely a lot of reviewers to watch, but sometimes you just have like a palate that's more dialed in with a specific person. So like sometimes I might taste something and you're like, I'm not getting that at all. Well, I'm not lying. Like that's what I get. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. And I think that's just where it's at. But at least with my stuff, I don't claim to know shit. I always say like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, but this is what I'm experiencing. And I'm this far in. And if you like cigars and you're new and you like 3-hour-long videos, I mean, there we go. So, but
you're able to genuinely articulate what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's that, but then there's the guys. I don't mind new reviewers. I don't mind any reviewers except the ones that pretend like they're experts, and they're not. Like they spout all these opinions like as if they're fact, or they say random shit like, "Oh, that's because this cigar does it." It's like, bro, that's not true. But I've said stuff on accident, but I always say I'm not sure. I didn't research this stuff. And then I wait for Carpy to correct me in the comments. And I'm like, okay, go listen. It just made that
well,
shit
I mean, to the point being, right, like, and I don't mean to keep rehashing this on this episode, but I'll talk about it once more. Like, I smoked a fake Cuban this past week on the channel, did a review on it, and it was Carpy and some other folks that pointed it out after the fact. And it's like, when I tasted it, did it taste different? Yeah, but I was like, okay, maybe they're going in a different direction, right? I can't just say at the beginning of the review, like, this kind of tastes fake or it tastes off until I smoke through the whole entire thing. And then, as it had little glimmers of hope, I was like, okay, well, maybe it just didn't hit my palate the right way. I'm not going to rate it as good as the Bahiki, but, it was still a decent cigar. And, in the conversation that I had with Carpenter, he was like, it was probably still Cuban because it still tasted okay. It just wasn't, a Cohiba 55th anniversary. And it's like, yeah, like maybe that's it. And it's like, it doesn't matter how much experience you have. You don't know everything about everything. And I haven't bought a Cohiba in a while, so I don't know what the new bands look like. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No.
I welcome new reviewers, new shows. There seems like there's a bunch of new live streams starting every week, which is awesome. Like I watch a bunch of them. It's just, my only gripe is with people is find your own way of doing things. Don't try to rip off, Hound Dog or Master Your Ash or Carpy. Like,
stop S tiering and A tier and everything. That's Peter's shit, right? That's what you want to say. Just say it.
No. Other people have used the tier system. I think I made it popular.
Feel like I've seen this before. I
think I just made it a little more popular than maybe other people have in the past. But, I don't want to watch a review and just see people blatantly copying other styles of other reviewers. Like, come up with your own thing. Like, it's fine. I'm going to watch regardless, make it interesting, and let me know how you're experiencing the cigar. But, if I want to watch, Hound Dog, I'll watch his channel. If I want to watch, Master Your Ash, I'll watch his channel, especially when it comes to like the pairing stuff. And like, there's a couple guys that try to do that. And I mean, I'm into bourbon, but I don't know nearly what Michael does. But when I'm watching someone talk about pairings, I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And, it's not. So it's some of that information doesn't get checked, or, you looked into it. It sounds like you know what you're talking about, but I'm trying to tell you. I got
to check out my homepage then. I got to see these new pairing people. It'd be fun.
Yeah. They're out there. Speaking of cigar reviewers.
No, what?
Hey, there he is.
Hey,
John.
On the hunt.
How you doing, man?
The hunt.
What's up, y'all?
How you doing, bro?
I made it. Yeah, I'm good. Just back issues, man. So
Getting
You're
old's
not-
fun, huh?
yeah. Are you guys going to be on for a little bit longer?
Oh,
I
sure.
think so.
Okay. How's the?
Is it cold over there, John, or what?
It's not too bad, but I just get cold because it's just sitting still, you know.
Mhm.
Just being
Yeah.
outside. So I just like to be warm when I, not freezing. So
Mhm.
I
how's
want to
the?
add one more thing to that cigar reviewer thing before we move on.
Yeah,
If
go
you're
ahead.
gonna start reviewing cigars, not every cigar is good. Don't lie
Mhm.
to get free shit from a manufacturer,
Yeah,
because
dude.
that doesn't do anybody any good. And if you never have any critiques of a cigar, your reviews are worthless because you like everything.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
I agree with what Mike says, and what I really like about what all you guys do is you're honest about what you are experiencing. Period. I think that is the main thing, is to be honest. You don't have to be the smartest, the best. You don't have to have the most refined palate. You just have to be honest about what you're experiencing. To me, that genuine, that genuine communication is what I gotta grasp onto. Like I'll engage with that. But as the cigar psychiatrist, I will say that love and tolerance is our code for all. That doesn't mean that you have to watch it. But or really tolerate it.
Yeah.
You can tolerate it by not watching it.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of Carpy's last thing, we can totally tell that you're just bullshitting, saying a cigar is good just to get a brand owner on your show or, some free shit. Like, we know because we smoke those cigars too. And when eight
Yeah.
guys on this screen go, that cigar sucked, and you're like, that was the best release this year. It's like,
Interesting,
you sure?
Most of the guys that do that, Peter, are guys that really know a lot about cigars. They've been in the business for a long time. They just happen to be in the business of selling cigars. So
That's
it
true.
behooves
Yeah.
them
There's that
to
too.
promote these cigars that people can go on, and buy them virtually or in person or what have you. So that's an interesting thing too.
Yeah.
I don't watch that either.
So, John, is that your first unicorn? Is this a first? Yeah.
This is the first. This is the first for me, man. Yeah. So, I'm excited. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. How did
John's
y'all?
such a badass.
Any thoughts on it so far?
I think most of us liked it, except Sal. I think Sal's, let's see what he got, but it was good.
His is getting better though.
It is getting better. I can tell you where I'm at right now. It's a pretty simple cigar to me. What I wrote, mostly what I'm picking up simply is earth, leather, a little bit of cream, some espresso, hints of baking spices, a bitter kind of wood chip like thing, a little bit of cocoa powder, and that's it. So and leather.
Yeah, I'm only a few puffs in, but I was thinking cocoa powder for sure, espresso. I was thinking wood, a little bit of leather. Is this a Nicaraguan Habano? What's the wrapper on it?
It's a broadleaf.
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 Broadleaf. Okay.
Connecticut.
I got a question for you, Pete.
Sure.
So you've been drinking the 1792 12 year, yeah?
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, that has a little bit more rye in the mash bill than my Henry McKenna, right? It's like 18%.
If you
Mine's
say
like
so,
10.
I'll believe
that.
you. Doesn't say on the bottle, but it does have a lot of rye spice to it.
How do you think that the pairing's going with this particular stick that has a decent amount of spice in the younger, maybe not in the former, but
So when I'm getting a lot of earth and mineral from the cigar right now.
right.
So that's ramping up for me, which is not too pleasant going into the final third. So I am trying to take a couple more sips of my Coke and my my bourbon here to kind of sweeten it
Yeah.
up for me because it's getting a little tart, a little harsh. But I can definitely taste the rye spice, and rye is my preferred. What's up, Enzo? Rye is my
Come on,
preferred drink. So it's good. I would prefer more of a spice, like if it was a high rye or just a higher mash bill of rye. But it's okay. It's watering down too with my ice too, so that's probably not helping it. But how the McKenna's going well with it?
The McKenna, I feel like I need more rye. So I agree with you on that. Like I needed something a little bit spicier for this guy. It's good. It's just, I've had to, this is now my third pour. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. We're feeling good.
Hell yeah.
So where are we at? Where are you at on this thing?
I'm
We are
getting into the
we're
final
in the
third.
final third.
Yeah.
Just getting started.
The cocktail pick. I love it.
Johnny's down to the nub. Still going well, Johnny?
Nubbins.
I really, really like this cigar. I don't think it's worth $100, but what I think it is, like, obviously I'm not too familiar with Dunbarton, but I feel like all the nuance I'm tasting, I've experienced these nuances before, but they're bolder, they're more refined. Like, it definitely is better tobacco. There's something distinguished about the cigar, but it's not worth $100 to me.
No way.
Yeah.
I would
mean,
say. Go ahead.
But that's how it is with most things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I would go with Sakakan or Mikarita Tricky Traka, in the dark realm over this cigar easily, any day.
But this cigar definitely makes me want to try more of the moisture lineup. I've never had any of them. So, and I would definitely try and find something close to this experience at a much better budget.
I would say even a Krakatoa over this.
I mean, good news for you, Johnny, is I'm sending you a package this week, and I have all of them. So if you want to do a Dunbarton shootout, like Mike's doing it.
I wasn't dry begging for Dunbarton. So just saying,
do it.
I'll get you some, man.
I think AZ was suggesting we create a room in the Discord for such a thing.
Ooh. I'll take it up with management.
Yeah, Roger, can we do it?
He left already.
Yeah, Raj.
He left. So we got another question here. Is Opus overrated?
The main line.
Opus is overrated. I mean, everything's overrated. There's a lot of overrated shit. It's just that Opus. It just seems that I think the reason why Opus is so overrated is because of all the fucking lounges and shit that charge double MSRP for it. It's already high enough.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is the MSRP getting gouged? Yeah. That's the problem.
Man. I mean, there's shops that sell Atabey Black for $135. I'm not fucking paying that for an Atabey Black.
No, absolutely not. MSRP is always the issue.
Yeah, and I think if you can get them
gouging MSRP.
Yeah, if you can get them at MSRP, they're worth the experience. And there's a lot of good cigars in the lineup. But if you're paying
except the Angel Share.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Roger ain't here, man.
So wrong. So wrong.
No, it's John.
It's just John.
John, he's
John, you're the only one that likes that. Are you getting
that's his hill. That's his hill.
Dude, I love the Angel Share. I love it.
And
if he's paying for the cigar trailer, come on now. Let's be real.
Realistically, the MSRP for a double Corona, the biggest Opus they make in the main line, is $26. It's not that expensive. I mean, we're smoking $100 fucking Dunbarton right now.
Yeah, but that MSRP was also $14 20 years ago too. So
yeah.
When it was primo time for Opus.
Yeah,
it was a lot, which was high back then, but all relative, right?
Yeah,
I would say a lot of the Opuses are overrated, but yeah, at MSRP, if I'm paying $25 or $30 for an Angel Share, I mean, I'm good. I'm set.
love him or hate him, you know, the bro over there in New Jersey sells Opus and Yehos, whatever, at MSRP. And
Posted
if
it
you
today.
look at what those costs are, they are vastly different than what the majority of us find in our B&Ms.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, it's not even
Yep.
fucking close. And from what I understand, Carlito has not raised the MSRP on a lot of those smokes in quite a long time.
It's all the retailers.
Yes.
All the retailers.
Yeah. So on that note, what's like one of the cigars that is priced, I would say, above like $30 that you don't mind paying for because you know it's going to be a good experience every time? Like, is there a cigar out there that you don't mind shelling out for it when you see it because you know it's worth it?
Yep.
The one that Johnny just bought 30 boxes of.
Yeah, I mean the Atabey Black. That's
Yeah.
general consensus, right?
Come on, John.
Fucking John.
It's $50. No.
45.
Good.
40.
I'm thinking you just told me you essentially answered because you smoked it again. I remember that. You posted in your Discord and then somebody asked like, how was it? You're just like, shh. So you just answered that for me. You just answered.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm with John on the fact that like it's a very like high MSRP, right? And there's so many cigars that I could find under that I appreciate almost just as much, but it is a very singular experience.
yeah, and it might just be my palate, y'all. You know, like I'm not one of these people that think that there's no cigar over $10 worth it. Like I don't find it.
Right.
Some of the high ones can be worth it. So I the black just doesn't do it for me for that money.
Yeah.
Like, and again, it just could be my palate. I tried it again. You know, I'm gonna post the Redux here probably this week. It just didn't do it for me. So
Yeah, my
What
Leopard
are there-
Limitada Redux will be out before the Cigars of the Year. So we're gonna do this again just to be sure. Like the due diligence is gonna be here, trust me.
Well, what about other $30? Like, I'm talking to John. Like other $30+ cigars from Selected Tobacco. Do you like Byron 21st or the Alfonso Extra Añejo?
So I haven't tried them yet. One of my subscribers just sent me a bunch, so I'm gonna start catching up. But yeah, I actually haven't had a ton of experience with Selected Tobacco. I've heard really good things. I've had a regular Atabey. Like I like that cigar a lot. So I mean, yeah. Like so for me, there like I said, for me there are some cigars that are a little bit more expensive that can be worth it. The black for me just for some reason just doesn't strike me like it does you guys.
Is that my fault?
I was just curious if it was maybe like the Peruvian Ligero, because almost everything Selected Tobacco has Peruvian Ligero in it. So I'm curious if maybe that's just why you don't like it, is that some people just don't like Peruvian Ligero, and like that's in everything that Selected Tobacco makes.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, I can't recall the exact cigar, but I've had not I don't know if it was Peruvian Ligero, but I've had Peruvian tobacco, and I typically like it. So
I would say, you know, I'm a huge fan of the regular Atabey line. I don't mind paying over $30 for that. I get a great experience every time. There are certain Padrones that way, like, you know, maybe the 50th is or even what we smoked the other day, the PB97 Maduro, you know,
Great cigar.
Yeah,
things like that. I'm fine with that. You know, I enjoy myself. I think it's, you know, giving me the pleasure and enjoyment that I get out of that is equal to or greater than the value of what I spent. And you know, at the end of
Romeo
the-
Wide Churchill.
yeah,
I
man.
mean,
well,
you know,
even this thing right here is just fucking
You know.
incredible right now.
yeah,
Holocaust
BBF.
Finos, man. This is
Oh yeah,
delicious.
that's what a lot of people compare the Byron that Pete posted today, and I think you did too, Johnny.
Distinguidos.
Yeah, Distinguidos.
So
They
good.
compare that to the BBF.
It's very good. It's growing on me. The more I smoke it, I've probably had like 4 or 5 in the past like 2 weeks because my lounge
That's tough
got a,
life.
yeah. Well, you know, my lounge got a box in, and I don't want to buy a box, so every time I go in there, I grab a few singles, so it doesn't hurt as bad. And
Right.
I just, man, that cigar is really freaking good.
And this little 4-inch by 50 is $30. It just hits immediately right out the rip. Like
Alfonso, yeah, selected.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. You know, another one, although it is a little overpriced, but a great cigar is the Davidoff Grand Cru Diademas.
Diadema.
It's a
I think that's worth every bit of $60+ too.
it's a lovely fucking cigar. You know,
I've heard
I mean,
nothing but
I
good things about
them,
that cigar.
no, but you know, I've had a handful since they've come out, and you know, I've enjoyed myself while smoking it. The whole fucking cigar.
Nice.
This Etafal is better than the Unicorn. Sorry, Saga.
It's a
That
great
Etafal's
cigar.
amazing, man. God damn.
That is
such
a
great
tasty stick,
Yeah.
man. It was on sale too.
No,
Johnny, so the ones you guys got fake for sure, or were those you guys were just joking?
Yeah, no, Johnny's were definitely fake.
For real?
What?
But see, I never
The
used to worry
placentas?
about that.
No, shut up. They're not fake. I
Oh,
am
I thought
certain of
somebody
it.
was saying they were fake.
No, it's a
Making
joke
fake
because I
Placentia
got them
Oh, okay,
for
okay.
I got a box for $340 or some shit.
Yeah, they were on sale,
Oh,
man.
gotcha.
Well worth it. 34
2
bucks a stick.
boxes.
Fakes are cheaper. I mean,
Yeah. Actually, Charlie, the guy who told us, you know, exactly how he feels about Opus, he went halves on the first box that I got.
There you go. He knows.
Yeah, I stocked up when I found them because you're not going to find them for much longer. So I really enjoy that.
I stocked
Placencia.
up on the Tigers. I love that cigar. I just bought 2 boxes. So
The problem with all the
where are all
Opus
these
thing, too-
tigers popping up?
Las Vegas. It's about all I can say.
That's right. We got
A
them.
warehouse in Las Vegas that sells cigars.
We
I
got
got
'em.
You
a
will
friend.
find it.
I got a friend on.
I put a
IG
link in the
that-
Discord.
Oh, you
That's what
did?
happens when you
Yeah,
try
yeah.
selling them for $120 before F1 and nobody wants to buy them. You got, you know, overstock.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
This cigar is phenomenal.
This is
The races are going on right now. I'm going to clean up next week. Going all the
amazing.
B&Ms.
We're
Nice.
smoking our second cigar that we're enjoying more than the first cigar, which was $100.
My
I
second
still
cigar
hold that
sucks.
cigar.
Well, we've been tiering them to kind of keep track of like the 5 that we're smoking. So if you guys had to put a Peter tier on it, what would you give that Unicorn?
B.
Or B. Pound Dog B.
B.
So far,
B.
I'm going to say with like the extra couple of years on it, I'd probably go to an A- on this or B+.
Mm. Yeah, I think it's a B for me as well because that C for Sal. The one I had for 2 years of age on it was definitely way better. Way better.
Mhm.
So that must be a newer Unicorn. If you have them, age them.
Rest
Yeah.
What's the highest score a Benji has gotten? What did the Royal get?
B.
Was better than this.
I think they've all gotten Bs, to be honest, right? Hasn't every single one gotten a B?
No, the Ometepe,
Tome
I was the
Tepe.
only one that liked that cigar.
I know it's that bad.
I enjoyed this cigar more than that Placencia.
You know what? Maybe this one was closer to A for me because I did really enjoy it all the way through. But I always say A, and I feel like I'm Carpy's in my head now. I'm like, God damn, I can't
Okay,
do all
man.
these.
Did any of you
You're an
guys-
overviewer. It's okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
you're an
Okay.
overviewer.
It's an A. It's an A.
did anyone experience that the cigar was fairly linear?
That
Yeah.
was what I was going to say.
Some
Like,
things
Yeah,
might have, like,
especially second third to the final third, it really stopped. If anything, it took a step back.
Yeah.
and became muddled. So the complexity and balance just sort of became a little bit muddled.
Once
Maybe
I
that's what
got
happened on the blue too when I smoked that.
Yeah,
Blue was
I
ass.
enjoyed the first third the best.
I agree with that.
I enjoyed the second third the best. I mean,
Yeah,
I enjoyed initial light up, but if I had to rank the Unicorn I would say right in the middle, A, not A plus, not A minus. And the thing that stops me from making it S tier is that it was very linear. It had nuance. It didn't have a bunch of nuance. Didn't have a bunch of complexity. I thought it was decently balanced as far as like the nuances that I was getting. But I wouldn't. I'm trying not to put price into the factor of it. Like I would smoke that cigar regularly if I could afford it.
Once we got into the second third, I lost that figgy note that was really nice in the beginning. And then once that stone fruit kind of disappeared too, that was kind of like popping in and out, then it just got real earthy. And I hate mineral, and the mineral was spiking in the final third. So for me, it just, the grade was probably an A, and then it kept going down towards the end.
When it chubbed out, when it reached the fattest part of the cigar, that's when it started to become, it started to get like muddled. The flavor started to get muddled.
Yeah.
Chubbed out.
I agree with Keith on this comment. Opus at MSRP is definitely not overrated. They are good.
I'm
Some
okay
of
with
them.
that. I'm okay with that.
Some of them.
Yeah, that Byron is so good, man.
Was it the Maduro?
Yeah. It's very good. It's Atabay Black-esque, but with Byron spice. That's how I put that cigar.
Nice.
Be right back.
Yep. I'm really looking forward to the Opus Society.
Same.
I really want that one to be.
It's a beautiful cigar.
The best.
Better
one
have
so
some
far.
funk on it.
Yeah,
Mine's ugly as fuck.
that's good. The uglier, the better.
The bands are pretty, at least.
I was
Mine's
told
not
it
even
needs-
here yet.
It needs a lot of rest. That's
Is it damp?
I don't. I would imagine it's kind of messed up a little bit because I think during the shipping and whatever, there was a hurricane involved, which means big humidity. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Michael guy from Regency reached out and was like, "Look, when you get these, you need to sit on them for a while because they've been through a lot and they need to settle before you smoke it." And he knows that we're smoking it on Burnin Benji's. He's like, just put it away.
Yeah. Got a month.
So that's
Buzz, if you can't find the Ethifol, man, let me know. Reach out to me on IG. I can point you in the right direction. There's a couple places with them left. You might pay a little bit more.
Vegas has them too, but they're somewhere in the like 70 a stick range.
Yeah. If you're just looking to try one or two, it's doable, but the boxes are getting expensive since they're dwindling in inventory. What's going on, Jim?
What's up, Jim?
Hold on, dude.
Whoa, I haven't seen Paps in a long time. Paps, what's going on, man?
Hope all is good, Paps.
What up, Paps?
Man, I love butter notes in cigars. Just fuck.
Oh, it's the best.
That cigar was really missing any, kind of
Creaminess.
creamy. I mean, there was like a little bit of cream. I'm smoking a cigar right now that is so creamy and buttery, and just the flavors are cleaner, they're brighter, they're rounder, they're just, in a beautiful space, right? You can, I can't even talk right now, man. This is fucking blowing me away. It's so much better.
I had a Goldie not too long ago, and dude, talk about butter. For some reason, that one had it in spades. I have never had that much butter on a number 5 before, and it was just from start to finish that salty butteriness.
Was it the one that I sent or no?
It might have been the one you sent or Sal, because it wasn't out of my pack, and I know you and Sal had sent me once. So
that's not number 5 though. That's why I wanted you to smoke it.
Then it was Sal's, because Sal sent me the number 5.
Well, it's very close. It came out of the Ashtray pack. It's the one that Sal can explain it better. It's kind of like they fucked up the Vitola size.
Yeah,
it's not that one then.
It's
that's the one I sent you.
the same length as a 5, but the width was a little like one ring gauge.
One
Skinnier?
ring gauge larger.
It was off,
Yeah.
so they couldn't sell it as a number 5. So Cigar and whatever warehouse, which is a perfect cigar blend, bought all of them, and then they're selling them with ashtrays.
Is that the one you sent to Peter, or did you send him a true number 5?
I sent him a true number 5, and you know what? I smoked a number 5 last week. That the wrapper was so oily and rich, and like Peter, what you're saying, I got more butter off of that Goldie than any Goldie that I can remember smoking.
Yeah. Normally it's a very nutty cigar for me, like
Woody,
just
nutty.
salty, nutty, cashew the whole way through. But this one was like salted
Cream.
butter. It was
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We doing like 2 hours, boys?
probably.
Is
Yeah,
that
we
the
got another
plan?
30.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I won't grab a cigar. I'll do a pipe.
I think I feel like
Ooh.
Lampert does butter really, really well. So like on the Ocean Breeze, but then the Edition Rojo had a lot of butter for me. I just I don't
That's
know
a
what
great cigar.
they've got that note down as a company.
Yeah.
Dude, Keith is so tight. His latest comment: "I want to be buried in butter when I die."
And you could just hear him say it the way he talks too.
That's a lot of butter. That's a lot of butter, Keith.
It's a lot of butter.
That is one cool guy. It's really amazing, though, the group that we have put together, though, that you have, Peter. It is an odd collection of people who belong together. It's so fucking cool, man.
Well, it's very reminiscent to like when you walk into a lounge, right? If you grab a cigar and you go sit down next to a bunch of dudes, you don't know who you're going to be sitting with, but you all know you're smoking a cigar. So that's like the in. And then lo and behold, you just start talking to people and everyone's pretty cool,
Well, that's I was talking about this with a buddy. I played that Herklotz clip that's kind of going around social media right now to him because I was like, why is the cigar community, out of any community, why does it always seem like there's just a plethora of really good people? Yeah, you get like one fucking idiot, but it's few and far between. Like as far as a group collective whole, everybody's fucking awesome. And I wonder if it is because of like this is such a mistaken community. When everybody thinks of cigars, they're like, oh, that's like 10 times worse than a cigarette. And there's this stigma to it. And it's like, well, we know better. It's not. And there's just like this camaraderie of people that just, you know what I mean? Like, we're just like, damn, like you're one of us. You don't even know the person.
It is misunderstood, but this is our common bond, our common interest, our, common passion that we all share with one another. But to your point, Peter, what you said, when you walk into a lounge, 9 times out of 10, you're going to smoke a cigar next to somebody that you don't know. They could be from any walk of life. You're going to get along just fine and have an enjoyable experience. But what I feel in the group that we have here is that I actually, I consider you guys my friends. Like, I really care about you. And that's, that means a lot to me. I mean, that it really does. And I'm very grateful that I got to know you guys. And, I consider you my friends.
Same here, Sal.
Likewise, Sal.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
And I don't necessarily consider, people that I go hang out with in a lounge, that I may be enjoying their company and getting along with them. Yeah, that's a nice time, a nice experience, whatever. I don't necessarily consider those guys my friends.
Right.
So there's a difference. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think if this cigar takes a major dump, it will fall to an A tier. That's all I'll tell you.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Sal, what is it?
It's a Bolivar Bellicoso Finos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard great things.
Fuck. It's ripping my fucking brain apart right now. It's so good. So happy. Because here I was smoking the cigar that everybody was like enjoying. And, I wasn't getting the same kind of experience thinking, okay, well, I am sick. Maybe that's a reflection of that. I lit this cigar up, it just took all of those worries and threw them out the door. It's like, yeah, I'm getting this now. I feel good. I feel like I'm home.
Nice. Has anyone tried this EP that Tanner's asking about, the 15-year anniversary?
I
Have
didn't know
not.
it existed.
I did smoke an EP yesterday, though. It was the Encore Black.
How'd you
I
like
like
I
that
like
one.
that cigar. Bit of
It
spice,
was-
but
What's
it's good.
sick, Mike?
It was decent. It was decent. The review will be out next week, most likely. But it had a very similar fate as this. Honestly,
Yeah.
there were parts that I really liked that I was hoping were going to hold on for the whole time. They kind of faded out, and it was just, it was okay.
Do you see Keith's comment? Cigars weed out the wussies and whiners.
That's right.
Brilliant.
Felipe said most of them, at least.
Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, I agree with that Encore. It's my favorite in that lineup, but it's still kind of forgettable. You know what I mean?
Like, I felt as though, and I think I say it in the review, the La Historia and the Pledge had the bittersweet chocolate in the first third without the minerality in the in the back half. And that was where it kind of like dug a hole for me when I was just like, eh.
I'm still scarred from the Cornetta Maduro, which was made at EP's factory.
Scarred.
Same.
Yeah, John knows. John fucking knows. You know the pain.
I hate that cigar, dude.
Look at
I hate that cigar. Like, oh my god, it's so bad. I'm when I started in 08, but then I kind of, came back to the hobby a handful of years ago. When I did, I thought I was going to like love EP Carrillo stuff because, the Pledge and all the hype and all, I bought into it. And I've been kind of shocked at how much EP stuff I don't really vibe with. Like, I like the La Historia.
Same.
I love the Platinum Bash. Like, I really like that cigar, but
Yeah.
the Pledge didn't do it for me. The Encore didn't really do much for me. It's like, I haven't really, I don't know, it hasn't hit me very well.
That's our aficionado's fault.
I
Yeah.
shot the review for the Encore Black months ago. I haven't released it yet, but I remember posting in a group chat that Matt's in, like, basically, fuck this cigar. And he's like, why do you hate everything EPC? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's just, it doesn't hit. Like, more often than not, EPC stuff doesn't hit for me, and I don't know why.
It is like the irritable bowel syndrome of cigars.
I used to like EPC a little bit too, but
Yeah. I'd be
Instead
curious
of
about
like-
that Platinum because the Platinum was very good, John. I agree. I thought it was a very good chocolatey cigar.
Yeah, the Platinum Bash was delicious. It was like a mocha, super mocha, like very, very good cigar. I love that cigar. I like the La Historia. The Encore is okay. Like, I'll smoke it, but that's about it.
have you had the Platinum recently, John?
No, I'm planning on it though. I've given away a few, just because I wanted to share them.
You gave me one.
Then
Same
Duncan
here.
sent me a box of them, so I'm just gonna let them kind of rest for a while because I
Hell yeah.
want to hold on to them because I really like them.
Did you guys catch the reference to irritable bowel syndrome, the IBS, EPC, IBS acronym kind of thing? Just
I got it.
okay,
I got
good.
it.
Yep.
And no one
Did
thought,
not. Nope.
okay, all right, okay.
And we for the Tigers, we were talking about the Placencia Tigers for the Zodiacs. And speaking of Zodiacs, Carpy, I know you don't want to give anything away, but you smoked your Davidoff Snake today, correct?
Better than the Dragon.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
Okay. That's a low floor, though.
It is a low
Lance
floor.
Floor.
It is a low floor.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Fuck, because I got a box. We'll see how it goes.
You're not going to hate smoking the box. I don't know that you're going to
Good.
love smoking the box, but you're not going to hate smoking the box.
And when you mean smoke in the box, you mean tossing it into his fire pit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm excited now.
May I share a feeling with you guys?
Sure, Sal. What do you got?
Well, I mean, I'm just noticing something, and I've been noticing it for quite a while. But there's a gentleman who is in the chat today. And he is in many of your chats whenever you put something out live, and that is Mr. Greg from Tip Top. And I would just like to acknowledge that he is very supportive of all of you guys, and just taking the time to engage in various different chats. He's the only one doing that, or one of the few who does that is in his line of work. And I would like to acknowledge that and say that, without getting anybody in trouble, I think that's someone that should be supported by our community, not just by the PAX, but, in other ways. So appreciate that, even though I don't have a channel and I don't stream live, but I do see that. And that's fucking cool, man. So thank you.
He's very hands-on.
Yeah.
Very hands-on.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Yeah, super supportive. Appreciate
Greg's the man. Greg's
Yeah.
the man. When he came to me and was like, I think we can do that idea of like putting packs together for Cigars Unbanded. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, give me a couple days. And then like just gave me a list of cigars. He's like, we could do this. I was like, oh, okay. I guess this is a real thing now. And he does 90%. Like I said, we just do the 10%, the smoking the cigars, the easy part. But Greg does a lot of the packs, the curating, the bands, talking to all the distributors, making sure you can get just cool shit that's coming out. Like, it's a lot of fucking work for Greg to do that. Unbanding all those fucking cigars, rebanding them. Like, Greg, we appreciate it, man.
He runs a small business. I own and run a small business, and I mean, I fucking get up super early in the morning. I work all day. I take maybe a break at some point. I go back to work. Working, it takes a lot of time to, operate a small business, and he's spending a lot of his time here with us. And that's pretty cool. I mean, I spend a lot of time with you too, but I'm not in that bracket.
Greg's just one of us. He's one of us nerds, which is awesome. He's not just trying to sell shit. So
yeah,
that's cool. It's very cool. Good call out, Sal.
Yeah, for sure.
And to AZ's point, I think, AZ, you should buy 30 boxes of Warped anything rather than the Behike or the Thing or the, Limitada, Exclusivo, whatever. Just go Warped all the way, 100%.
I mean, Byron lists their sticks as Siglos, so it's almost like getting a Cohiba, right?
Cuban-esque, if you will.
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think that there is any such thing. That is a fucking, to me, no.
The Fugazi?
It's, Cuban-esque to me does not exist.
I'd rather quit smoking.
I'm not saying that's but I'm not saying that cigars that are classified as Cuban-esque are bad. I like many of them, but there's just a big difference to me, at least to my palate.
Well, speaking of Warped, I was going through some cigars today because I know a lot of us are going to be putting our end of year lists together. Have you guys started dwindling through reviews yet? Trying to shuffle things into order because it's coming.
Yeah, just did.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. What's the process for that for some of you guys? Like when you get down to like the last month, are you going to revisit certain sticks to see where they fall? Or are you just going to kind of go off memory or videos, stuff like that? Or how's it
where they had to fall?
I literally keep I'm gonna sound like a nerd, but I keep a spreadsheet and I kind of try to keep the rankings going throughout. But then I'll revisit some videos too, just to kind of see. So it's kind of both and for me. Yeah.
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 I hate watching myself. I fucking hate watching myself.
Hey guys, sorry guys, I gotta jump off, guys. Manning the phones right now and it's nonstop phone calls. I'll see you guys.
All good, Roger.
All right, Roger.
Yeah, man.
You good, man?
Good night, Raj.
Good night, guys.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like having the mid-year list definitely helps out because that's like basically the first 6 months. All right, I don't have to really go back there unless there's a question, right? And like the Lampert Limitada that's on that list, that's going to be a question because I have to smoke it again. I have to see what the second batch release is like to me, and so on and so forth. And then I'll go back through, and if there is something like that that has a bit of contention, I'll go back through and I'll be like, okay, let's review it again. Let's see how it's moved along and stuff like that and go from there.
I like that. You know, and by the way, where the hell is Ugo? Where is this guy? He's supposed to be one of us. He's not here. He's probably at some party getting loaded. What's going on with this guy?
Yeah. Ugo doesn't watch our stuff.
He is doing something that I like. And it's a little bit unusual because, you know, like, I mean, none of you guys are really doing this for a living. Maybe some might get some money or whatever, but he's smoking two or three of the same cigars that he's going to review so that he, you know, feels that for him, he can give it an honest and fair review. I think that's pretty cool that he does that and doesn't make a penny. You know, he's just spending money doing that. So pretty cool to go, even though he's not here.
Yeah. And John, what do you do? Just a top 10? Or do you break it up?
I do two different lists. So I do the release of the year, like top 10 releases of the year. And then I do top 10 overall cigars I smoked, regardless of release.
Gotcha.
So that's how it makes sense in my brain, what I do.
Yeah.
Which those overall can also include new releases for your list.
Yep. So I do my release of the year or top 10 releases, and then I move over to just overall. And yeah, some of those might be sprinkled in there. Like last year, the Lavareda, it was for me, it was like, I know. It was
I love that cigar.
Damn.
It was like
a
release of the year, but it was like number 8 in my overall for the year. So
I heard that cigar was Cuban-esque.
I loved the Lavareda. Peter's with me on it.
I like that cigar.
Yeah,
I like the Lavareda.
Yeah, but you also don't like the black, so
that's true. Yeah,
I like them both.
God, what a mediocre cigar. Sorry, John Huber, but god damn. Fucking Lavareda, $20. Come on.
Guys, I smoked it 24 times.
that's on you, man.
It sure is, man. You are dead fucking right there, buddy.
You didn't like the Lavareda, Sal?
Well,
you tried to.
I came to feel that it was okay.
Okay.
I tried it in every Vitola. I tried it at varying levels of humidity from, you know, what I found, though, in this experimentation with every Vitola at a different humidity, ranging, you know, from the low 50s to from the high 50s to the low 60s, is that the 54 ring gauge smoke performed the best at a very low humidity in I would say like around 54. To me, that's where I got the most enjoyment out of it, which wasn't very much.
Okay.
So I would say it was, you know, kind of average to above average for me.
I feel so lucky. I smoked one in a Toro, and it was fantastic.
That's my experience. Yeah.
Sal, I was gonna ask Sal, since you had so many, did you notice that cigar feeling like slightly underpacked? Like it was just like a light packed cigar? Same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, she was thick, man. She was juicy. I don't know, boys.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems with mine.
Maybe it's because John Huber handed it to me. I don't know.
Well, I have none left in my humidor. I smoked my way through them to make some room.
It had the special sauce. The Coronetto, though, that was easily the worst crowned heads that I have ever smoked. I would smoke a Juarez.
Oh, that's making me nauseous. Just the discussion of that cigar has given me like fucking agita.
What were you going to say, Carpy?
I've had 5 different Laveritas. I thought it was okay. Right? Like,
yeah, it's okay. It's not $20.
Yeah.
No, I agree with
Yeah,
that. It's definitely not $20.
Yeah.
I
Low
think someone
teens,
said
sure.
it is a $12 cigar masquerading as a $22 cigar.
Yeah. Yeah.
One
It's
of
the
you
Kyle
guys-
Giles $13 MSRP. It's the KG $13 special. Yeah, 100%.
And back to the end of year list, Matt, you do what, a Dirty Dozen? Is that what you do? And that's any cigar
Dirty
for that
Dog Dozen.
year, or
Any cigar. Typically, if I do like how I did the Camacho from 2005, I'm not going to include stuff like that. Super aged. Like, it has to be a cigar that a person can find at, that's reasonably easy to find for any consumer. That I include all those cigars, and also includes Habanos as well, which I saw AZ ask that question.
Gotcha. And then
Yeah, I don't include Habanos.
Yeah, but you do 2 different ring gauges, right? You do like certain sizes.
Yep. Everything 54 and above, and then everything below 54.
Gotcha. And then Carpy, this is going to be your first year reviewing. So have you thought about how you're going to do your review for end of year?
I've considered doing it because I was talking with you and Felipe about this last night. Like, I liked a lot of really expensive cigars, and that kind of seems stupid. So I might split it up to like a 25 and under, and then 25 and up, unless YouTube's instantly going to flag that because it's got a price.
Yeah. Well, you just call it
You know,
budget and premium. Get it around that way.
Yeah, you'll get so many people. Great. Oh, under 25's budget to you? I don't know, man. It's an expensive hobby.
Well, how about this?
You know?
How about this? Mike, you are a very genuine and honest guy. Maybe just follow suit with that. Like, if you liked something and it was $50, well, you fucking liked it, man. I'm sorry. Whatever the connotations of the price, lends itself to, it's just, it's just mind gaggle. If you like something, you like it. Whether it's $5 or $50. I think you cut away all that and just go for what is the genuine, authentic experience that you've had, and what did you get the most, enjoyment and pleasure from?
Sure.
Cut through the.
Can I plug the Discord real quick?
Sure, Johnny, go ahead.
I'm just saying, if you want to get on the Discord and completely fuck with me, because I have my own emoji and everything else. Did you see what AZ just posted?
What is
Your
that?
own emoji.
He wants to start a new game, and he's pretending I'm smoking his Bolivar.
Oh,
I've got the
nice.
stupid fucking face that I make. So thanks, AZ. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey.
Join the Discord. Make fun of Johnny OCD.
Yeah, like pretty much what
That
it
is a fantastic cigar that he's smoking. That is amazing. And we were both smoking Bolivars. I like that.
Fucking AZ, man.
So for my tier system, I do anything I smoked in the calendar year. And then for me, it's like I post a new fucking cigar on IG. So I recently changed it so you can actually see the picture of the cigar and the grade on it. Because for me, I have to click every one and like, what did I rate this? What did I rate this? So I was like, I need to put it all on the front page so I can just scroll and be like, what were all the S's? What were all the A's? Like, it makes it easier for me. So yeah, I started breaking down all those lists because I always start with F and then I work my way up to the S's. So a lot of smokes to go through this year. Did we answer this question? Favorite EPC? I think it's Platinum for me and John probably.
Yeah, Platinum best.
Probably the New Wave Connecticut for me. It's been years since I've had one.
Matt, you sent me a very simple band EPC or Korea, whatever the fuck it was called. I don't know. I don't know the name of it, but it was fantastic.
You're probably thinking about one of the ones that Marvin gave you, one of the really old ones.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think it just said EP Carrillo, simple band, lighter shade wrapper. It was
Actually,
nice
now that you bring that up, Sal, a cigar that was made at his factory that was phenomenal was that Principal Decien. Remember that one?
Fuck yes. That is a good one, man. That is a good smoke.
Delicious.
A great brand too. Principal really. Where do the Martinique? Do they make that at Kellner? Is that
Kellner?
where
Kellner.
Yep.
Fuck, that's a good cigar.
I really like it. I just
I love KBF. Such a good factory.
Great factory.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Matt, one of the guys that works at Sir Louis, because they had a big sale for Black Friday. And I was like, do you have any more Martiniques? Because I have some buddies that are looking for them. He's like, Jesus, no, we sold like 1,000 of them this past, Black Friday when it got announced, the sale. And I was like, yeah, you're welcome. I was like, we threw it up in the Discord and it got bought out like instantly. And he's like, no shit. And I was like, yeah, dude, like we got some serious whales over there. So he got a good laugh out of that. It's a hard cigar to find, man. Those Martiniques are not easy to come by.
I still have never smoked one.
You know what, man? I would say this. Like looking at Davidoff, as a whole, it is my belief that the Kellner family was more important to that brand than any single master blender that they had. And they've, had a few, some, Hall of Fame guys. But I think as an entity, Kellner was way more important to an Eladio Diaz than he was to them. Now, you take that and you look at what Kellner is producing now and what Davidoff is producing, what Eladio is producing. And although Davidoff does still have some excellent cigars that I enjoy, I would say that the juice is with Kellner. I think they're producing, a higher percentage of, good stuff. Then
the best Davidoff in the last couple of years was a blend that they already had with the Diadema. It's like what's a great new Davidoff that they've come out with that they didn't just rehash and like do another size or some other thing to make it an LE of something they already had.
The late hour Churchill.
That was back when Eladio and Kellner were at the factory.
Was that still Eladio and Kellner?
I think so.
I don't know who's responsible for the rabbit, but I really enjoy
Dominicana, 2014 or 2017, whichever one that is.
That was based Kellner? Off. I think they were still, and also even after the Kellners and Eladio left, they still had a lot of blends in the and the holster.
To answer Vince Nardella's question, if you're speaking about the Davidoff Maduro and asking if that was a remake, yes, it was a remake.
That they marketed as an LE.
Yeah.
Grab one or
Burpee?
two, Keith.
Grab a couple snakes.
Couple. I wouldn't go full on box, not at that price point.
Mike, did you smoke it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't smoked mine.
Yeah. It's all right.
Well, boys, I gotta head out.
Okay.
Thank you for
Bye,
coming,
brother.
Michael.
Thank you for having me on, boys.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man.
Always
Is
a
it Cuban
pleasure,
Sunday
man.
tomorrow? Is anybody smoking anything for Cuban Sunday?
I smoked
think so.
something for Cuban today, and I'm smoking something for Cuban tomorrow. AZ's got me smoking all the QDs. The 50 was good. I like the 50 more than I like
You like
the
50?
54. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good.
I think I like the
These are my-
thinner ring gauges on those. We'll see with the 52 tomorrow. That might be
Okay.
really good too. Something about that 54 was just super mild comparatively.
I love the 50.
Very cool. Alrighty, boys. Y'all have a good evening. See you soon.
See you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Later, boys.
Concentration of flavor.
Let me comb through the comments because we're at the 2-hour mark anyway.
This thing's B or C tier for me. Just to catch up to y'all.
Yeah, it's just dying down on you.
Yeah, it's just, it's okay. It's not bad. Honestly, I'd rather smoke a Mi Querida Blue.
There you go. I don't disagree with
Yeah.
you, John. I think I'm on your side.
Yeah, like I'm glad I smoked it. Really thankful to try a unicorn. Like it's a cool cigar. But yeah, I think the blue and the black are better.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those. It's fine. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I even prefer the red, the Tricky Chaka. I love that cigar.
Oh,
yeah,
Keith said the Martinique is Cuban-esque. I think it's Davidoff-esque for sure.
Ooh, yeah, I could see that. It's a good descriptor.
Yeah,
it's delicious-esque.
Yeah, well, I think for a non-Cuban cigar, it is it's lovely.
Yeah,
I saw this
very
guy
good.
in a store, a B&M local to us, and you could just tell he was a new smoker, and there was a sales guy in there, and he's like, I want something like a Cuban, and he's like, oh. The sales guy's like, try this San Cristobal. It's from the Ashton line. It's super Cuban. It's like a
What
Cuban.
the fuck?
It's the most Cuban non-Cuban out. And I was like, and dude, like, a few rows down was like the Isla de Cocodrillo, the La Comina. I was like, and I wasn't gonna say anything. He's doing his thing, but I was like, God, this poor sap. And he's like, I'll take 5 of them. I was like,
yeah.
He'll probably smoke that thing and go, this is like a Cuban too. He'll probably just buy into it,
Yeah. Greg, it would be fun to do like a consensus list with some of our reviewer buddies, kind of put together like cigars, at least that were released this year. That way we know most of them were smoked by us. Give them a rating and then do like a live reveal. That'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
Seems like a lot of work. Oh, we could do it.
Yep.
Let's see. How many cigars do you guys have in your humidors that you bought a box of? I got a lot of those.
Yeah,
I got quite a few of those.
Not
yeah.
The Chef 24 is turning into a cigar that I wanted it to be. Slowly but surely.
Are you just telling yourself that? Is that a cope?
Slowly but surely, my cognitive dissonance is, washing over me and making me believe that it's a decent cigar.
Well, I certainly hope so because I have 2 boxes of those at your recommendation.
Matt, I will say this though: the Don Ronaldo 10th is rapidly going on me.
Really?
I know. Yeah, like I had such buyer's remorse when I thought I ordered the La Comenas, and like I got those, and I was like, "Fuck, let me smoke one." I hate it. So, and then I let them sit for a little bit, and I tried it again. I was like, "Oh, this is not bad. It's not bad."
I thought it was a decent cigar.
We'll see. Yeah, I think
cigars are very much a psychological thing.
I mean, it's not as good as the La Comina, but it's good. Yeah. And I did smoke the regular 44. Not as good as the 10th. That's for sure.
I could see
for
for
Preach,
you
Pete.
why it wouldn't be.
Preach.
And for sure, Mike, when we talked about it on a virtual, it's everything I like about the 10th, just watered down. And I'm like, this is good, but I want more of those flavors. Like I want a bolder version. And they nailed it with that 10th.
If you don't like that profile at all, you're really not going to like the 10th because it's that profile, exacerbated or amplified.
Ramped up.
So, and more, a little more expensive. So just, if anybody's out there, and you're on kind of wanting to jump in on the hype or whatever, if you don't like that cigar in its initial format, you're not going to like the pumped up version.
Yeah. That's going to make the list for sure. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard to rank everything this year. There was a lot of cigars. We smoked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I feel like this year I smoked. Go ahead.
Is this Vince pointing out cigars that aren't going to make any top 10s or?
Oh, maybe. Maybe. That wouldn't make any. Well, it might make my D list. Wouldn't be an F, but
I'd like to throw this one thing out there and get your guys, feelings on this. Recently the Dundurma Golden Child just came out. Mike, has his, videos, comparing the shop exclusives and whatnot. I bought a box. I've only smoked one out of the box. I let it rest for a few weeks. And I was kind of underwhelmed with it. I thought it was a decent cigar, but I mean, for me, the regular Dundurma was a much better cigar, in my opinion.
Mm.
And I now have a full box of these, Ronnie Secreto, greatest cigar of all time things.
I've had like 4 out of the box, but out of one of the boxes that I got, and 3 of them were phenomenal. One of them was pretty good. So it could be a QC thing with that. It's just cigar to cigar too, and just palate, food and mood, all that stuff. But I will say, the OG Dundurma is better. Consistently better.
Pete, what do you say? You're the guy.
yeah, I mean, I am a Dundurma guy through and through. I always give Dundurma an S tier. It's like anytime I light that cigar up, I'm like, yep, this is it. This is everything I want in my cigars. Like, I could smoke this forever. And then the Golden Child is just like a step below it. It's not as desserty for me. I really like that chocolate, full flavor, dark waffle cone that you get from the Dundurma. Like, that is just perfect for me. And then the pepper spice it's not as peppery as it once was, but it's still there. And for me, that brings the blend down just a little bit for me. So it's usually an A tier for me. It's split in hairs for me. I enjoy them both, but if I had to pick one, gun to my head, I'm going to take Dundurma.
Yeah, my sample size is only 1. So as you know, I've smoked a few boxes of regular Dundurma. So maybe
I have not smoked this year's Golden Child. I've only smoked previous years too. So I know Matt has smoked the newer ones and said they're good. They're just as good as the ones that are a year aged. So that's always good.
Specifically what I'm talking about is this latest release. That was my,
haven't gotten there yet.
I had one of the old ones. Peter sent it to me, or Erica, one of the two. I can't remember, right? But people were saying it was initially very peppery, and I had it at like a year of age. I feel like somewhere in the middle there would have been the sweet spot for me.
Gotcha.
Any of you other guys smoked the new Golden Child? Matt, you said you did, right?
Yeah.
No
It
one.
was I liked it.
Okay.
But the OG's better.
I'm gonna sock that box away. I'm probably not gonna touch it for quite a while.
Well, Johnny, you like the Golden Child more, don't you? Or do I have that?
One time, I think, was it that July? I think that's.
I don't know. You're a robot right now. I can't hear you.
No. Better?
We got you back. We got you back, Johnny.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a fucking screenshot. I'm looking at it right now. I only smoked it I think the one time on Matt's 4th of July with friends or whatever. I liked it. I liked the spice. That's what I liked about it. But I haven't smoked enough of either one. I've only had each one time. So both of them.
Gotcha. What's going on? Dundurma blends. Yeah, I don't know. They're both pretty good. They're both pretty complex. They're completely different blends. So I think you just got to smoke one of each and see which one aligns with you. But smoke the Dundurma first.
Yeah, dude. The Golden Child doesn't have the Wisconsin Comstock.
There it is.
Gorilla Man's not here today. If he was, I'd have him throw on the mask and come say hey. He popped up on. I think he popped up on the 4th of July live stream or something.
One of them.
One of them. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen.
The new.
What's that?
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, John.
I was going to ask if have any of y'all tried the new Patina 2024 LE?
No.
No,
How is it?
just saw those came out.
It's good. I don't think it's worth $19, but I think it's worth trying one. You know, it's a good cigar. It made me a fan of Patina. It's a little high price, but worth getting one to try it out.
What's it priced at?
It's $19. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's good. It was enjoyable. I wouldn't buy like a box out of the gate, but I think it's worth trying one.
I'll have to check it out. I saw you posted it today, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah. I gotta watch it.
Yep.
And yeah, that's right. Warped has one more release this year, the Peace Unique, which is like a $40 cigar. So, I mean, they've done
that
well.
new, is it Sato? What's the name of the one of his dog? Sarto.
That's Gellis.
Which
but,
you
still Warped.
you got that right, Pete.
Yeah, I haven't had it yet, but it's coming.
Is that the
That
one
means-
you sent me, Peter? Very
No.
recently?
That was
That was the other one?
the G. That's like the Absolutos or something like that.
Okay.
I mean, if Warp nails this one at the end of the year, dude, it's going to be very hard to not say they had a tremendous year. It'd be hard to say that even if it does fall off, but a $40 cigar, if that doesn't hit well, you know, towards the end of the year, that'll be a bummer. But I mean, all those 10th anniversaries I thought were very good. And then Saunter was phenomenal and Crocodile was good. Just
seems to
it's
be
been
the
a good
year.
year. If they can turn me, they can turn anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they got to turn JD.
JD, that's
Then-
true. That's true.
Then Warped is onto something.
Yeah.
From
That
what I've
Chinchali still
heard-
sucks though.
and maybe Greg might know this. I hear because one of my local B&Ms is getting the Sarto in, and they were saying that it is a stronger cigar. It's, you know, more robust than what's been coming out of Warped.
Made it Noxa, Connecticut broadleaf.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got one last question here from Derek. Anyone have the Las Calaveras anniversary?
Last night.
John just did. Yep.
What'd you think, man?
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll put it this way. Did you enjoy the 20? You smoked the 24, right?
I liked the Decimo better than the 24. I didn't like the 24. The 24 didn't do anything for me. The Decimo starts out phenomenal, and then it just throughout the whole. It's like a decrescendo cigar. It's like
diminuendo,
and then it's like it's still okay, and then it's like all right.
Yeah, I had a very similar experience. I smoked both.
Okay.
When I lit it up, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be good, and then it just got worse and worse as it went along. But
okay.
Maybe it needs a year, like my father cigars tend to need a year, but I thought the 24 was better. Just the standard edition one was better, but
yeah,
it wasn't bad. We smoked it on Unbanded. It got an A. You smoked the wrong size. You smoked the wrong size, Matt. What'd you have it in?
The 48, 648.
Yeah, you smoked the wrong size.
That'll fuck it up.
Yeah. I had the Tor. I smoked both. I smoked a few of both.
Somebody need him.
Okay. All right. I won't say.
No, I'm kidding.
Are you worried that I'm gonna like go into a comedy routine right now, Mike? Is that what it is?
No. I know. I thought I remember you saying you didn't really like it, and I was just fucking around, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought that the 24 was okay. It wasn't bad. I thought the two examples I had of the
Terrible cigar
was one was pretty good. Actually, it started off very nice, very flavorful. I was surprised, and I smoked it right out of the humidor of the shop, and I thought it was okay. It was, it was above average, I would say. And I smoked another one that I took home, and then I dry boxed it, and I did all this shit to it, and it was fucking terrible. I hated it, and I'm not gonna buy any more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you know the point about the my father and the age and the this and that. Well, you know, we have experience with all of the Las Calaveras throughout the years, not needing a year or two of age. They're like, you get the box, you let it rest for a week or two or whatever, you smoke it, and they're, you know, really nice cigars. That didn't happen for me this time around.
Interesting. Okay. What about the Crux Epicure? I think we smoked this one on Unbanded too.
Pretty good.
It's a good cigar. It's a very good cigar.
Solid B tier, I think we gave it. It was
It's
enjoyable.
a Placencia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know about the Raging Bull though.
Yeah, that one we haven't had. I think DJ
There's
really.
the
Oh,
Bull
I was
and
gonna
the
say he-
bear, isn't there?
yeah, that's
Yeah, the Bull and
definitely a
Bear.
Crux. That's a Crux.
Well, I think what's nice about the Epicure Connecticut is that it is a very clean cigar. You know, it's not the greatest cigar. I think it's good. But the flavors are very clean and very distinct. It's not overly complex, but it's balanced nicely from start to finish. It's, you know, it's a decent experience, and the flavors are, I don't know about what you guys are getting, but to me it's a clean expression.
Yeah, that's how DJ describes it. He says it's a clean cigar. Like
They're clean, just like their branding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Their rebranding was much needed because
Vital.
It looks good. It looks good now, and all the cigars
It
I've
looked
smoked have never been
horrific
good.
before.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
see it before. I'll have to find it. I'll have to look it up.
Bad.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
They still have the old logo up at my shop because
No, yeah.
that brand is based out of my local shop, and they still got like the in the window. I'll take a picture of it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanna see
Not good.
Bad.
And I've smoked all the El Barachos. Those are dapper cigars. They're good.
Oh,
Dapper
yeah.
makes solid
No,
cigars.
they do. They go on the radar too. They deserve
Yeah.
more shine. Ian Reith does a really good job.
Yeah, the La Madrina, both of them, the lighter shade and darker shade are great.
Hey,
Thank
Mike,
you.
is it the logo with like the dagger?
Yeah.
That's real bad.
Yeah.
Just looked it up. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's something you would see in like a 90s adventure PC game. You know, some
Yeah.
bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Age of Empires.
Like,
or
you know,
something.
point and click. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good game, boys. Age of Empires was the shit.
That was the bomb, dude. The
Yeah.
second one was so good.
Hell yeah. It's not RoboCop. We know that. You didn't play it probably.
Best game of all time. Now I played Age of Empires too. I spent so many hours playing a AOE 2 as
The
a kid.
Brits, baby. The Brits, best Civ.
Brits
That's
were
for
good.
sure.
I don't remember. Definitely not the fucking Portuguese. That's for damn sure.
All right, yeah. Listen, if you were playing water maps, and you wanted a strong navy, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. Below,
Yes.
below.
Are you Portuguese?
Yes.
What is this?
I am 100% Portuguese. Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking, he went straight for it.
I was like, you perked right up.
Dude.
You gotta be Portuguese.
Dude, hey, they made it to Japan. They made it to fucking Japan. That's pretty cool.
Right. We made it everywhere. We
Yeah,
shipped
Shogun.
all over the place. Not good. Not good.
Fucking guys are douchebags in Shogun.
I have to get back to watching that. I haven't finished that. It was a good show,
Oh.
though.
Bro, it's
Amazing.
Finish that.
Yeah, I probably got
There
a few
is a
episodes
lot of there is a lot of Portuguese slander though. Lots of
I know,
Portuguese
yeah,
slander.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. We will survive. My people will make it.
It's been long enough.
Yeah,
It's been long enough.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, boys. We're over 2 hours. We're at 2:20. I think we have finished the Unicorn. Next month, we'll schedule the Opus Society for, I don't know, we got holidays, we got group shows we're going to be doing. It's going to be a busy month, but we'll figure out a day that works for everybody. We'll get that done. Anyone want to plug anything on the way out? Carpy, what do you got coming? More Dunbarton?
Finally gonna finish the Saka shootout this week. Then it's gonna be the Black Friday on Friday. And then I'm gonna drop a bunch of bangers because I gotta get them out so they can be on the list.
Nice. Johnny, you got anything? When's those reviews coming, Johnny? It's almost December. You promised me.
December.
All right. I'm waiting. December 1st, there better be a fucking video, man. I'm telling you.
Might even be before that, but I actually almost
Ooh.
did one last night, and I decided not to.
Okay,
Come
all
on,
right.
Johnny.
Bro.
I wanted to
The itch is
smoke with
coming.
Sal instead.
Come
So-
on, get back in the lab, man. Let's go, Johnny.
You
Are
should
you
have to
gonna
listen to at work.
Are you going to do
Yep.
the long format videos, or yeah?
I mean, I'll try and yes, compared to what everything else is, of course, but I'll try and not be so ridiculous. So,
We need the time checks. All right. It's 3 a.m. I'm going to smoke this cigar.
Yeah.
I need it.
I
John,
do
what you
that
got
so you
coming
know
out,
how
man?
long it takes
Nope.
me to smoke it. So
I got you. I watch all the videos.
okay,
I'm your number 7 fan.
thank you.
What do you got coming, John? Anything?
Got the Atabey Black Redux. I got the Crown Heads Decimo. I got the Belgian Blue. I'm trying to, like what Mike said, I'm trying to just pump them out because, I took like 5 weeks off. So I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, man. Matt, what's coming out tomorrow?
The Arsenio. The Aganorsa
Ooh.
Leaf Arsenio.
Nice.
What?
Wait,
one
which
of the
ones you have?
Better Aganorsas.
'Cause
Ah,
there's a Maduro and a lighter shade one, isn't there?
the natural.
Okay.
I smoked the
had the
natural.
Maduro. I had the Maduro.
No?
Not good.
Nah.
Not good.
But I enjoyed, like, with the recent history with Aganorsa Leaf, I am happy with where this cigar was at.
Gotcha.
Especially being in homage to Arsenio Ramos, who's a fucking legend. So happy
Yep.
what they did there.
Gotcha.
That's a great cigar.
Great cigar, Brandon.
Look forward to listening to this. Yeah.
Yep. And for us, we have a Cigars Unbanded episode tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern. Terrence from Cigars Daily will be on. Mystery cigar for him, so that'll be fun. And then Thanksgiving's on a Thursday, so we got to figure out when Unbanded's going to get scheduled for that week. So just keep your eye on socials, see what works for everybody. Sal, thanks for coming on, man.
Thursday.
Oh, dude,
No, not be.
listen. I would love to say, I've had a really grueling work schedule. I've been sick with the flu. I'm a bit bedraggled, but the time that I got to spend here with you guys is always the highlight of my day. It kind of lifted me up, and I enjoy this time. So thank you for giving that to me and allowing me to be a part of this. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
Hell yeah, Sal. Hell yeah, brother.
Yep.
I
And AZ
said,
wants to
better
know.
not be.
Okay.
I was gonna throw in real quick. It better not be Thursday because Roger may get disowned by his family if that's the
true.
case.
He's got to cook
They
the
take that
Cueritos.
shit. Yes.
And before we leave, AZ wants to know, John, Habanos reviews?
I do Habanos reviews. I haven't had a lot of luck with the construction, so you'll see me bitching about it a lot. But I like Habanos. But I just have had terrible experience at GCY. So I do a lot more New Worlds than I do Habanos, though.
Dude, that
There you go.
Siglo 2 you sent me was amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, man. Mine I think needed a little bit more rest, so I'm glad yours was good.
Money.
Oddly enough, I have less construction issues with Cuban cigars than I do with non-Cuban.
I need some of that luck then, man, because it is. I need some of that good juju. It's been bad.
Well, look at Pete. It took him like fucking 85 D4s to find one that worked for him.
4 fucking D4s, and then the one I had, that last one, that 4th, was fucking amazing. So yeah, it's worth the chase if someone's sending them to you. I don't know if I'd be buying boxes of them. Fuck, dude.
Anything's worth a chase at that point. Fuck.
Yeah. We are blessed that we have friends in the community who have good stashes. That's for sure.
Yep.
But all right, gentlemen, thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Burning Benjis will continue next month with the society. We'll schedule that out. But
Thank you, Mike.
yeah,
Thank you,
thanks,
Brew.
Mike. Thanks, everybody. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you around.
See you guys.
Later, everybody.
Bye.